one in this relationship. Y'all think I'm the bad one? No.
No, I feel for
I
you.
am.
I feel
And
for
I'm
you.
awful.
Yeah. God.
He's polite in front of people. But behind closed doors, no, he's an asshole.
God damn.
He'll just come and like open up, like I'll be like doing something in the bedroom, and he'll just be like, "All right, Kelsey, it's that time of day," and I'm like, "Oh no, please don't." He's like, "It's time to tea, Kelsey," and he gives me some random bullshit, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Something that'll just distract her for the rest of the day.
Jesus.
Oh, George, since we've been talking about Transformers, also we're live. Sideshow Collectibles just announced a, I don't know how big this is. Oh, it's 11.2 inches tall. It's the, movie Optimus.
Well, statues are the
Oh.
right of all sentients. All right.
Does it come, Neil? Does it come in gray color after he dies in that movie?
Damn.
Does it come in the form of a role-playing game that we're about to play right now?
Yeah.
Getting us back.
Excellent
too.
segue, George.
Well, yes, but also
Yeah,
no.
because-
All right. So to update Mike,
yes.
in the handouts, there's an updated handout for Luck Spins because this game is a little different. In this game, you can buy, like Extreme Success, where you do like max damage and then even more damage. You can buy that in this game. You can't do it in the normal game.
Oh, okay.
And,
All right.
and this game wants you to spend luck because like at the start of the next session, you do that luck test, and if you roll correctly, you get 2d10 plus 10 luck back. And even
Okay.
if you fuck it up, you're going to get 1d10 plus 10 back.
Okay.
So the game kind of wants you. Always also remember that you can avoid certain death by spending all of your luck, but you have to have at least 30 to do so.
Okay.
All right. Also important, remember your talents because I won't remember them. I've got them on a list, which is cool, but you get remembering those talents is up to y'all. I can't.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote down. I have mine in my notes and also on my character sheet, so I'm good.
All right. If you also look in your in the handouts above the player folder, there's also a Los Angeles map, which if you click it, it will get really big and it has some points listed on it.
Yep. Okay.
At the very top of the map, kind of towards the left, see San Fernando up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
San Fernando is also nicknamed Porn Valley. I feel like a tour guide because before around the mid 2000s, most of the porn was filmed out there.
Okay.
And
So
then
you go find the
before
porn.
the
You learn
schism,
something new every day.
where people started filming porn in Florida, and now I think most porn is filmed in Florida.
And I take it the red
It's also
mark.
fun in Vegas.
Yeah, it's true. It is also filmed in.
That's mostly
What, Mike?
indie stuff.
And I take it the red marker is where we
The
are
red marker
currently?
at 1 is the Beverly Hills Hotel, where you
Yep.
all are making your way currently.
Okay.
Nice. Making our way downtown.
Mhm.
God damn.
Walking.
Sarah's like Alex. You will start the game with the first roll you make will have a penalty die.
Ay.
No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. All right, so we will go ahead and open up. We've also got this, by the way. It's a larger kind of version of the map.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
perfect.
Just FYI.
Okay.
So we're going to start off. You have all been ordered to appear on this day, and it's July 3rd, 1987.
Oh, all right.
It's my birthday. I turned. 15.
Oh, yeah. That
Nice.
makes sense.
And
Happy
you've
birthday.
been ordered to report to the Beverly Hills Hotel, Suite 411. So let's roll. Let's roll 1d6. Everybody, give me a 1d6.
Coming up. I ruined it.
You ruined it.
All right.
Oh my
you,
God.
Well, you
Flash
fucked it.
card.
You
Flash
fucked it up,
colors.
Mike.
I
Get it
feel like
together.
There we go. Okay.
The rolls just keep getting progressively worse.
Worse.
All right. Now, what you've been told is you've been told to report to the hotel. You don't necessarily know who one another looks like. Some of you know one another, right? But you've just been ordered to report to the hotel. You don't have a list of names. You don't have any photos to identify people. Does anybody know why?
because that kind of stuff is bad to keep around in case information
Exactly.
gets out.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So,
Plausible deniability.
So, in front of the hotel. Uh-oh, hang on here. We have. We'll put you over here and sort of in the bushes. We have Alexi and Dex arriving at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I will let each of you make psychology tests
Okay.
as the two of you enter into the building roughly at the same time.
All right.
And just to make sure, for role-playing purposes, none of us know the others are here, right?
Ooh.
You don't know who is showing up where. You don't know if you're going to be working with anybody. You don't know anything.
Okay.
Other than you've
He's
been
given
ordered
us all
to
the
report.
information we have.
I'm just
essentially.
making sure. Sorry.
Sweet 411. All right.
I want to spend 36 luck.
Dex, you don't notice this, but Alexi, you definitely notice the telltale signs of a younger CIA agent.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as experienced as most, but you can definitely tell that the guy entering into the hotel with you is probably with the CIA.
Okay. Now, before I do anything, do I mark that off on my?
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll,
I was
roll-
going to remind folks about that.
roll initiative.
Okay.
Mark the bubbles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bubbles.
Mark your psychology bubble.
Yeah. Okay. So as soon as Alexi sees this guy, he goes, hey, you with you know who? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Let him go.
He kind of thinks for a little bit. He says,
How you say the spooks, the spook group.
no, dude. I'm not a spook. It's kind of weird. Are you a spook? That's kind of something a spook would say, right?
Well, I don't want to say. He says, well, I mean, it has the initials in there. I mean, I don't know how to say the initial is the one begins with C and the other ends with A. That sort of thing.
Is a Russian dude asking? Is this a text? I'm looking around for a camera. Oh wait, punked wasn't a thing yet.
Oh
Can
no.
Can I? So okay, my psychology fails. I have no idea. So he's like,
For all you know, this is a homosexual process.
Take off your
the
pants.
The way this guy looks, by the
propositioning
way, Dex, is that he's
Yes.
got glasses on and mustache, and he is dressed like in a really wrinkled, like suit type thing. I mean, you look like this guy looks like he just got off of the bargain bin, kind of thing. Like it's all like kind of like like not exactly the fanciest suit. It's just more like he kind of like it kind of looks like it's almost kind of like baggy on him. It's almost like almost kind of like it's like it's a little bit maybe about 2 or 3 years out of date, and it's kind of a little bit on the shabby side a little bit. So yeah, he's kind of very out of he doesn't look like he's a routine guest here. Let's just say.
he's like a Russian oligarch asking about the CIA. Okay, awesome.
Oh
Well,
no.
dude, I gotta tell you, man, I'm not really sure the spooks here would be here. Definitely no spooks here. I don't think so, man.
Oh,
Sorry.
I mean, he says, well, I mean, I'm sure that's what the polite thing to say. But apparently, we can just but there of course is the hotel in Beverly Hills and everything. By the way, do you like what music do you like?
I've been listening to this to a couple bands here. I'm not really sure if you know about them. If you're from what is it?
I'm Lithuania. From an original.
Lithuania, right?
Lithuania, yeah. Kiev is where it's born. Yes, right.
Kiev, got it. We got stuff like I've been listening to here. Thinks for a second. Pulls out like a little like a pack out of like a little suitcase he's carrying, and it's like a bunch of mixtape. Says, I've been listening to some like AC/DC recently, but you can probably start off with there. It's a good start.
No Elvis.
Nah, that's a little old for me, pal.
How can you say Elvis old? Elvis is king, you know? The king of rock and roll. How can you? I mean, I mean, you American, yeah, yeah.
There's been a whole lot of other musicians since. He's gonna like look around and every like that and make sure that no one is like if he's being like played or something. Like, does he? Can he take a like a
I mean,
spot?
at this point in time, Elvis has been dead for almost exactly 10 years. You're 1 month away
Yeah.
from Elvis having been dead for 10 years.
Sure, man. Whatever. If he long live the king, right?
Oh, exactly. Yes, long live king. Yep. Greatest musician alive. One of the few successes America ever produced. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Holy shit!
We're off to a thrilling start here.
Well, so are you here to meet someone specific?
Well, you here sending me someone specific. It
Well, I
seems like
asked you
what we're.
first.
Well, yeah.
I'd be a
of course I
great
am.
spy.
Of course I
You
am. How about-
are.
Of course, yeah. I'm here for something specific. Sure. I mean, how you say what is word? What is word in English? Abatement? No, abasement? No, it's something a point.
An appointment?
Yeah, yeah. Appointment. Yeah, that word. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
actually hurts me.
I'm meeting.
Dex, all you know right now is that you've been summoned here, and now you're being asked a lot of questions by a Russian.
Yeah, I'm a little
Out in front of the hotel.
nervous. I'm a little nervous exactly what's going on here, but
And
mean,
as you guys are
I'm
sitting
ready to
there,
go for it.
as you guys are sitting there awkwardly,
Yeah.
other
It's
people,
quite awkward.
other people arrive behind you, seeing the two of you talk in front of the hotel entrance. I think we established that Annette and Leo are familiar with one another. That William is familiar with Alexi and Dex. I can't remember who we said you were familiar with.
I was familiar with Leo and or was it the two people who would have been around like the training? Was
No,
it
I
Leo
was.
and
Yeah.
Annette?
Yeah, that would have been Leo and Annette. Yeah.
Oh, I was there.
Got it.
I knew him from the agency in general, not
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
not like intimately, but like we have a passing knowledge of each other.
Right.
I know he's someone.
So William, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, sorry. I was agreeing that he had a passing knowledge also of me.
All right. So yeah. So now that the three of you walk up, you're starting to see some familiar faces. And I'll say that you guys are you come up seeing Alexi and Dex looking. Dex probably looking a little bit awkward.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
I see William, because I recognize him. He says, and I basically wave. He goes, yo. He says, and he basically
William. Why do
William,
I
yeah.
sound German?
William.
And Will's kind of surprised. He did not expect Alexi here. He's like, Smirnoff, the hell are you doing here?
Oh, I have I was what the he says, and he looks at Dusty. Goes, oh, what again was that you say in English? Yeah, appointment.
You'll kind of look surprised to see some pretty. I've seen them before. And they seem like important people. Like he's supposed to be here with you guys.
We weren't
Well,
aware.
I wasn't aware either. Just started talking to me about some stuff, but I didn't say anything, so I didn't know if you were cool or not, man. So, all right, cool. Well, we're all cool then, right? Hi. Been a while, you guys.
I could vouch that at least on our side, I was the one who extracted him. And William kind of puts his bag on the bed.
All right. So William. You don't get to roll on this because you're kind of the guy that knows everybody in a way. But Annette and Leonardo, you can both make psychology checks.
I'm ready to fail.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
I read you like a book.
Okay. All right.
Shit.
Annette, you have failed the roll. Would you like to spend 38 luck to get that down to a 10?
Ooh, that's a lot of luck.
That's a trick question.
No, I don't know.
You could push the roll.
We're supposed to use it.
I want to see what Kelsey's gonna say.
45. I'm just gonna be dumb. I'm gonna be dumb
Okay.
for a minute.
Oh Jesus.
All right. So Annette, you're seeing some familiar faces, but the situation hasn't really dawned on you yet. Leonardo, you kind of get the hint instantly just from being around these people that everyone is there for the same reason you are, and you're probably all going to be working together.
It's an op.
Well, it seemed. Give me a minute to get into character. I'm
I'm assuming you practiced your accent all day long for this.
Obviously, while I
No,
was
he practiced.
sitting
He
in
practiced
bed.
an entire week. He spent
Exactly.
an entire week
I've
practicing.
done
his
nothing.
accent.
I lost myself.
He didn't eat. He didn't sleep. He was consumed by the sole purpose
Absolutely.
of harnessing this accent for this specific game. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Hola. ¿Qué
But yeah,
pasa?
we're outside the hotel at this point, right?
Yeah, you're still outside the hotel entrance.
Okay. Yep. This Leo will light up a cigarette and look around and say, "Bienvenido. Buenos dias. It looks like we are all here for the same reason. Yes. We should talk inside.
Okay.
Probably smarter
That
than anybody
sounds
has
like-
said so far.
Vamos."
That sounds like a great idea, Leo.
Okay. You tried.
I
Oh,
tried.
come on, you can't make fun of people. You're Mr. American
All right,
accent.
all right.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't want Neil, I don't
doing
want to hear
great.
from you because the other people are putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
All right, we're trying to do, and you're playing American for F's sake,
American
Easy for
American
you.
meat bag.
which sounds like you.
Yeah.
No.
And
All right. So no, Leo and Annette, you sound fine. Ignore Will. In fact, Will, the next roll you make has a penalty die.
okay.
No,
Nice.
Everybody
I'm,
gets one penalty die.
I'm joking. I'm just messing around. All right. So yeah, Leo says, yeah, we're all for the same purpose. Vamos. What do you guys do? Leo, I'm assuming you would go ahead and head inside.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah,
the day's early. Want to get work started, you know.
I will follow Leo because we've recently been on a mission together, so it's like, just like all time. All fun.
Fall off to them. They seem to know what they're doing.
And Alexi
All right.
will go
Leo.
also.
Leo follows
All right.
or Will follows.
All right. So the four of you go up to Suite 411.
Okay.
We don't
You
need a
mean
key.
five
on
of
it.
us.
Hang on a second. I've got to arrange something on that map.
Venkman says the name's Meatbag, American Meatbag.
It
Accurate.
suits you, I think.
So you come upstairs and you knock on the door of Suite 411. After a moment, the door opens, and you see. Well, first of all, you're greeted by this girl right here, Sarah Everett. She's blonde, young, nice smile.
And
And,
Leo's familiar with her on a fairly first name, or Will's familiar with her on a first name basis, right?
Yeah, you said I was working in the LA area before.
I would say that everyone has worked in the LA area has met Sarah at one point or another. Probably Sarah and her boss, Michaels.
Gotcha.
I'm
So
gonna
is she an
say
agent, or is she just
she is no. She's okay. So you guys have a CIA handler, okay, and she is like his assistant.
Gotcha.
All right, but you
When I
also
see-
see. Yeah, go ahead.
You first.
I was about to say you also see this gentleman, and as a recurring gag because his art has him holding a phone. Every time you walk into a scene and you see Harry Lyman, he's on the phone.
All right, nice.
And every
Start
now and then,
with-
every now and then,
We're at
you
5
hear-
viewers. High 5 viewers.
Every now and then you hear him say the names of cities, like while he's talking, but mostly Singapore. He says Singapore a lot. All right, and Annette, what were you saying now?
When I see Sarah, I'm like, Sarah, and I will quickly like hug her, and then I will go like as the French do and kiss one cheek and the next cheek, It has been so good to see you again.
And Sarah says, "Yes, it's good to see you too. How have you been?"
It's been wonderful. It's been so much fun. I can't wait to see what our next adventure will be.
And she nods and goes, "Well, this one's going to be pretty peculiar. I'm going to let Michelson explain it when he gets out of the John. In the meantime, could you all please take a seat?" And she motions to this like divan here and then to the couch.
Will comply.
So
I will-
two of
I
you will
will-
have to sit here, and then three will have to sit here.
I'll sit over here.
On the floor.
Yeah,
take
you
the nearest
You
seat.
you could put yourself, like you guys are probably
This is
here.
how we establish our social dynamic here. This is it.
Right.
I'll just sit on his lap then.
That leaves, that leaves Alexi over here.
Got it.
And,
Ashley says ladies don't call it a John, by the way.
no.
Call
Yeah,
it
but
the Lou.
Sarah's probably picked up a lot of vernacular from having worked with Michelson, so she probably would call it whatever he calls it. He calls it the John. So Sarah, as you sit down, Sarah says, "Can I offer you anything before we get started? Tea, Pepsi?"
Un poco de café, please.
And then she looks around the rest of you after
I'll-
Leo.
I'll
has-
take- Pepsi.
I'll have a water, please.
I will have a cup of tea, please.
Whiskey.
Alexi, whiskey. Oh,
Whiskey.
Jesus. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see what we.
like
what-
5 different drinks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give me a minute. So she goes off to get all your drinks. And as she walks off, a door opens from the back. You hear a flush, and you hear running water for a moment. Then you see Ben Michelson, your CIA handler,
Is it
coming out of the bathroom, like using a paper towel on his hands,
Authoritatively, obviously.
and then tossing it into the bin. And he's like, "Oh, good, you're all here. You're all prompt."
Is it too presumptuous for Will to shake Michelson's hand?
Yeah, he would probably walk over closer to you. So yeah, if you wanted to like get up and shake his hand, you probably could. And
Okay.
so he shakes his hand. He goes, "Bill, good to see you."
Good to see you too, Michelson. And he sits back down after a firm handshake.
And he he motions over to Lyman, who puts the phone down. Who hangs up the phone and then kind of leans back on the couch. He looks at you, Annette, and gives you a cheeky little wink.
And I'll have a soft giggle as I am up.
And Michelson says, "Annette, I know you know our guest. The rest of you, this is Harry Lyman. He's an MI5 attaché to the CIA, helping us out on this particular matter. So we're glad to have his help, and we value his input. Thanks again for being here, Harry." And here he goes, "Not at all, Gov. Not at all, Gov. Happy to be here. Happy to help the team." And he gives a big Michael Caine smile. Sarah comes back with the drinks, and then she goes over here and stands next to the wall. You see now on the table there's also a projector, like a slide projector that is aimed at this wall. And Michael says, "All right, we'll go ahead and get started here." He looks at all of you one at a time. He goes, "Who can tell me anything about or does anybody know anything about weather control?"
Like,
We need to make a roll. We need to make a roll for this, or
Hang on. So Sarah turns off the lights and then walks back over and starts the projector. And an image appears on the wall.
Okay.
At this point, yeah, and if you want to, everybody can make a science check to see either a history or a science check. And by the way, I've already looked at y'all's history and science checks, and I know they're all really low. So I'll let you all make a history or science check to see what you might know about weather control.
Okay.
History.
There's
Not a
science.
dang.
Oh,
not
shit.
A dang thing.
Yeah.
No!
Where I'm not sure where science is on my
It's under the S's where it says science.
What is science?
stealth spot,
Science.
hidden swim.
What is science? You gotta do like the Shatner saying.
Science.
There's something on the wing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Science is its own category. I think towards the bottom. My bad.
Got it.
Maybe.
I'm not seeing
Natural,
it.
Natural
world,
world.
maybe.
No, natural world is no. On your on your character sheet, science is.
I
Do they
really
not?
don't see it.
I thought they had a separate.
Science doesn't exist in Cthulhu, obviously.
Only magic.
Well, that'd just be like an education check or intelligence check, I guess. Or
Yeah, you
we
can
just
make
go
it
with
a
history.
intelligence
That's
check.
fine.
Yeah, history's fine. Just make a history check.
Yep, history. Bam.
None of us are gonna win. It's
Alright.
all gonna
Oh
be
my
fine.
god.
He looks at
And-
all the dumbfounded faces staring back at him. He goes, "That's okay. It's not standard training out at Langley." So various experiments have been run since after the war, and at this point in time, he's talking about World War II. The Vietnam War and the Korean War have also happened, but when everybody's talking about the war, they're talking about World War II.
Obviously, yeah. It's the
And he says it's something that we've worked on. It's something that the Soviets have worked on. It's something that the Europeans have also worked on. Met with varying degrees of success. It's usually done aerially by a plane flying up above the clouds, dumping things like sodium iodide into the clouds, trying to get them to do get the clouds to do certain things. The entire goal of weather modification is to benefit the world and try to end things like drought, help crop production, and maybe to stop severe weather events as well. On the surface, anyway. At the same time, every nation that's worked on this also secretly tries to find a way to use it as a weapon. Surprise.
such as the way with many sciences, it seems.
Now, we've made our own efforts, again, with varying amounts of success. So have the Soviets, except recently we've gotten intelligence, verified intelligence, that the Soviets have made great strides in weather modification.
And Will speaks up. Define great strides. What are we talking about here?
They're having successful tests with it on a small scale.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes, think of the implications. Destroying an American city not with a nuke, but with a hurricane.
Think of what happens when they make it on a larger scale.
I take it this is what our assignment is regarding. Yes.
Very good. And he hits the next slide. The weather modification slide goes away. And the next slide you see is this man. So he clicks the button. This is Nikolai. Why can I not remember his last name? Because it should be as the same.
Looks like
Yeah.
Greg's
This is
sister.
this is Nikolai Petrenko. Nikolai is the top man when it comes to atmospherics over in the Soviet Union. Impressive for being such a young man, but he's the one that has made great strides in the Soviets' experiments in weather control. He is the foremost expert, and he is the sole reason now that the Soviets are starting to think that they can use weather control as a weapon, that they can weaponize it. The good news is that Nikolai Petrenko has defected and is currently en route to Los Angeles. And he waits. And I'm giving pauses in case somebody wants to say something so I don't have to talk and dry my throat out for the next 20
Where's
minutes.
he at now if he's still showing up?
He just made it out of Berlin with one of our top agents. And then he hits the button again. And you see this woman. Her code name is Peregrine, after the peregrine falcon, world's fastest animal. She's one of our top level assets. She's the one that got Nikolai out of the Soviet Union into Berlin. Unfortunately, things were too hot for them, and they were not able to get out at Ramstein Air Force, make their way to Ramstein Air Force Base and get out on one of our C-130s. So they're having to be real sneaky about how they go about it. That's why they're taking the long way around and going through Japan and then making their way out here.
All right.
Okay.
Where do we fit on this?
They are due to arrive at Los Angeles International Airport tomorrow, 10 a.m. Peregrine is going to be disguised as is Nikolai. Take a good hard look at this woman's face because you're going to have to try to recognize her by her face. She's probably the woman who is trying to laugh and pass herself off naturally, but is looking at every goddamn thing in the airport.
You think they'll try to pull a hit on her at LAX?
The Soviets are definitely keen to try to reacquire Nikolai Petrenko. Smirnov, you recognize the name Petrenko, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
So they will definitely try to reacquire her. Since we know they have assets in Los Angeles, it is not out of the realm of possibility that they will try to make a move for Nikolai at the airport. I don't think their mission would be to eliminate Peregrine, but we are there to extricate her safely as well as Nikolai. Is that understood?
We.
Where do we go after we meet up with Peregrine?
After you meet up with Peregrine, you will bring her back to the hotel, her and Nikolai, for a quick debrief. It is not safe to keep them here for an extended amount of time. And then he hits the button on the slide again. And you see now an image, or two images kind of side by side. Two of the KGB's top assets in the United States have recently made their way to Los Angeles. The man on the left is Gregor Roscoe. Or no, hang on, let me make sure I'm saying that correct. Gregor Rostov. And Alexei, you absolutely know who this guy is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Woman on the left is his partner, Svetlana Petrenko. Petrenko is the older sister of Nikolai Petrenko.
And she will be working against us, yes?
Well, we don't know for sure yet. But you could safely assume that the two of them and those that work for him are going to try to make a play to get him back at some point while he is passing through the Los Angeles area.
And Will raises his hand. At what point should we consider mission failed and attempt asset denial?
Well, if Petrenko is dead, and I would say that mission is over at that point. Excuse me.
Well,
Petrenko is carrying his research to hand over to us so that we can sort of equalize ourselves and maybe find a way to study what the Soviets have achieved so far and find a way to counterbalance it from our end.
so we need Mr. Petrenko, Peregrine, and Petrenko's briefcase.
Right. Your number one concern is to get Nikolai Petrenko. Second, make sure that you also acquire whatever form of media it is that Petrenko is transferring that information to us. Third is to secure the safe return of Peregrine, who has put herself in a great deal of harm for the last several months trying to make this all happen.
All right.
Well,
Then he
no,
clicked the
understood.
He clicks the button again and turns the projector off. And Sarah turns the lights back on. And he kind of stands up, just looking at you and goes, "Are there any questions?"
When's the flight get here?
He said
Again, flight arrives at 10 a.m. tomorrow at LAX. Gate 22.
Sorry.
It is incoming from Japan.
Got it.
I like how Leo and Mike are already like cozy over here on the couch. Like,
Got my arm around him.
You mean Will?
What happens
He
in the
said
CIA stays in the CIA.
Hmm.
But
I have question, actually.
yes, Alexei.
What is minimum casualty? And we're talking about in terms of this extraction.
Will kind of behind the aviators. It's like, whew.
What?
You see, I'm just looking at Alexei like, what the?
Well, hang on.
Will.
What did Will just do? Will just lowered his sunglasses and went, "Ah!"
No, he like did a little sigh from. He did a little sigh, just like
That's his
Jesus, like a
sigh?
No, he didn't do a giggle. That was a.
That's the sound you
Sounded
made.
a bit odd.
Ah! It's it sounded like somebody was.
I did not make that
with a
noise.
feather duster.
That okay? Actually, it's saying that's a sound I made, so I guess I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
this is the sound you
But
made, yeah.
it was meant to be a sigh.
Okay, a size like this.
I just say this because the two agents that you mentioned, Gregor and Sylvania, they let's just say known in my circle, they were very what's the word efficient, efficient killers. So expect. I'm just saying, asking if it's going to be possibly bang, bang, bang flying around. What the minimum damage that you would prefer in this mission?
Well, I
If they-
prefer no damage at all. Keep in mind, you're making this extraction in the middle of one of the world's most busiest airports. That whole area is going to be flooded with people.
Yes, but I'm just saying that they probably that the two will probably not go by that same kind of, shall we say, protocol. We may try to keep things minimum, but they won't. So,
Well, you know them better than I do, but I don't think they try to make too much of a fuss. But then again, I don't know. This is a high stakes asset that they're after, and especially Petrenko's involvement. That's her younger brother.
We just gotta worry about. We just gotta worry about speed and just getting them into a car and getting them here.
Look, because she will not want to hurt her brother.
Any chance that she's defecting too?
And Michelson says we don't have any intel that would make us think that that she's wanting to defect along with her brother. She's and I think Alexei can at least verify this based on what he knows of her, unless I miss my guess. She's pretty hardcore and into the whole Soviet God, what's the good way to say this? And
Propaganda? Can you?
Nationalism?
She's a commie.
yeah, she's pretty. She
Pinko.
toes the party line pretty well. If you catch my drift.
Okay.
And Alexei, that does jibe with what you know of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pretty patriotic Soviet.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll keep an
So
eye out
problem
for him.
then.
But LAX is just going to be tough getting to them. We just got to make sure we are at the right spot, the right time.
Yes, it would. Groke, we should head there early. We should take some time to familiarize ourselves.
It's a fair idea. Yeah, there early. We'll get
And
there like
large
30 minutes
number
early
of
from the airport.
¿Cómo se dice? Civilians there, but it'll make it difficult for the opposition as well.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what they're willing to risk for it, I'm sure LAX has got a billion cameras all over the place, right? So they're not
If
going to
it-
want to make crazy moves.
If they are bastante loud, they will not be able to get away with this man easily.
Yeah. So we got to make sure that we're quick, because they're going to try and be quicker.
Also, keep in mind if anything does go down, you'll need to give a call over to the LAPD CIA liaison, Lisa Melrose. Bill, I know you know the number.
And Leo kind of sinks into his chair. A little.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, Leo-
shit! I keep calling myself Leo!
You can't even remember who you're playing? You can't remember the character you created?
I'm not be Will now. That's fine.
When Leo
Will-
does that,
Will-
just goes.
Will sinks into his. God damn. Okay. Sorry. Will kind of sinks into his chair and says yes.
All right. So as he says that, Sarah kind of voices up from the other end of the room and says, "We have procured for you a 1985 Ford Crown Victoria for use while you're here in Los Angeles. It seats
Okay.
5 comfortably, 2 in the front and 3 in the back."
All right. Someone's going to have to squish when we get the Peregrine and Petrenko out.
And it does have a cassette player.
Perfect. All right, dibs.
Low mileage, it gets good gas.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Excellent.
Can't find Crown Vics like that anymore. So, all right. Well, that's all the questions I have. How about you dudes? You people.
Will says, I'm fine. The
You
top,
just seeing that being offended at dude.
the topic of Lisa has kind of made Will sour. It's like, I'm fine.
Well, I'm fresh off the plane, so I probably got to get situated here. But you guys want to meet at 7 in the morning here? We'll take the Crown Vic and we'll go get them.
Well, you're staying here in the hotel. These we have this suite and the next adjoining. Lyman and I are further up in the hotel.
Ah, perfect, awesome. Sorry, I didn't have in the slip, but all right, I got
And then,
that. Anyone?
Sarah says we also have a small cache of weapons for you, and some petty cash totaling about $3,000.
I thought you said Saris. So I was like, thank you, Saris. But
No, Sarah.
thank you. Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, Triton Paladin enters from the other end of the room.
Oh, it's Saris. We all love Saris.
It's the original Multiverse of Madness.
I remember you from Langley. Anyways, yeah, let's take a look at that and solve that. Dex is gonna stand up. Says, anyone got a smoke? I ran out on the way here.
And Alexei immediately takes out a pack of cigarettes out of his coat and just basically puts one right there forward to him.
It's a candy cigarette. Roll for initiative.
No.
Okay.
He'll take it and says, thank you, Alexei, right?
Yeah. Alexei.
Sorry for the tough time I was giving you earlier.
No. You do good. You maintain cover and all that great stuff. You do your job. Rookie. Yeah. You rookie, right? Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Point of order. Alexei, you remember this guy from Afghanistan? This is the one that, or no? Wait,
No, I remember.
No, I'm not the only
That's
forgetful
right,
Jones.
right. Never mind. Forget what I said.
We're easing into it. We're easing into it.
That's right. Dex is the rookie. Pardon me.
I've seen some things, so I wouldn't say I'm a rookie. He's kind of lying though.
And as you say that, Michelson pipes up and says, "Paul's a younger agent, yes, but both he and Connolly will be in charge on this mission. They'll be calling the shots. So I want the three of you." And she points at you, Alexei, Annette, and Leonardo. And he points at the three of you because you're not technically CIA agents. You're like CIA assets.
Yep.
And he's like, "So take your crews from them."
Understood.
Yeah, sure. Well, let's do that. All right. Well, everyone, let's see what we got in the stash.
So Sarah goes over. There's a safe behind a couch that's like kind of hidden. What were you saying, Annette?
No, sorry, she was just walking.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And she opens up the cache. Now you already pre-picked your service weapons.
Yeah.
So you've already got those. She shows you the cache. She shows you that there's some radio devices in there as well. Remember that's on the cache tab. You know,
Yeah.
the hotel cache handout. And so she shows you, that's what you have available to you, including the $3,000 petty cash.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. Okay. So I'm thinking he's a little. You can tell he's a little overwhelmed. He's like, "Oh, I'm running this thing. Oh well, okay, well yeah, I got it.
You're co-running it.
I'm co-running it, but
co-running
he feels like he's running it.
Yeah.
It's getting to his head. So what we can do? How about we have like Annette and he's gonna choose like Annette and William. Like get the targets. We have Alexei and Leonardo holding, and I got the car ready. That sound good to you guys?
William, how does that sound to you? You're co-captains. What do you think?
Or co-captain.
If the rest of the team agrees with it, I think it's a solid strategy. We'll need to iron out the finer details, but agreed.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I had an urgent call to nature. My stomach's been a bit sour all day. What I miss?
We're discussing like the finer points of how to extract Russian defectors.
Yeah, X.
Before you get too in the weeds on this, this might be the time. Some of you have been repeatedly saying you want other shit. Now would be the time to work through the appropriation process
Yes.
with Sarah.
Oh yes. I'll turn to Sarah and be like, Sarah, um, would you be able to procure for me Bible? Or where should I go to find them?
A Bible? There's a Bible in every drawer in this hotel.
She does need a Bible.
I'm like, no. Uh, thigh. As I point to my thigh, holster. As then I grab a gun.
Okay, and she looks at you hold up your gun. What gun did you have? A 38.
You've got the 38 for the thigh holster.
So Sarah raises her skirt up and takes her 38 out of her thigh holster and kind of throws it over toward you.
I'll grab it.
You
And I will just be
she
like,
raised it high enough
"Thank you."
that you see the tops of her stockings. Quite alluring.
I don't care. Girl, I don't bat for either team. I bat for both.
And then you see. Her
Wait,
put
what do you
her-
mean? What do you mean? I don't bat for other team. I bat for. That's the self-defeating argument.
One bat for one or the other.
All right, let's keep
So
going.
yeah. So
See, Sarah.
oh no, yeah, you're welcome. And then she puts her 38 into her purse.
And then
Anything
Well,
else?
Will's going to write down his gear of choice, at least the sidearm, the Sig Sauer P226, and he says I could use one of these if you happen to get your hands on one. If not, this will what we have in the safe will do.
As you hand the notes to her, she hands you a form with 7 pages.
And Will kind of looks them over. It's just
And it is a standard requisition form that has to be filled out and signed in like 22 different places throughout the seven
Leo
pages.
says, "I don't suppose you happen to have a pen with you, do you?"
And she takes out a pen out of her purse and she tosses it over to you. Sure. This all has to be by the book. Everything that we get has to be accounted for from the inventory, and we have to send the completed forms out to Ukaipa. That's where the company's equipment warehouse is. It's easier to secure out in Ukaipa, and you guys know that Ukaipa is kind of out in the country for California. Kind of, it's about an hour and a half away, roughly, from LA going east. A lot of goat farms out there.
And Will nods understandingly and starts filling out the paperwork. And he says, "Is there any calls against something a bit heavier in case the situation calls for it, Michelson?"
And then Michelson looks over and he says, "You're going to an airport.
Just
We
figure
bring
it out.
enough.
How heavy are you wanting to roll in there, Connolly?"
Probably a rifle in the trunk in case things get too hairy. As he's just kind of casually working on the paperwork.
Why don't we work on trying to make this as low key as possible for a while? For right now. If something, and he holds up a hand, to you, Ed Lexi, and he goes, if there's any need to escalate further, if shit goes that south, then we'll take it on a case by case basis and think about, upping the ante a little bit. Go ahead, Alexi.
And Will
I
nods.
was just saying,
Will nods and keeps working the paperwork.
I'm just saying, if we want to help, it may basically possibly help someone basically watch and cover position. I would probably prefer to if there's any place in the airport for me to take up maybe possibly observation position. Perhaps if I can order M24 sniper weapon detachable, put in the briefcase with silencer, just in case, telescopic sight, so I can basically spot people go, if I can spot them coming from to and fro from airport unseen. So.
And
What
Sarah
kind of
says,
airports do they have in Russia?
"Yeah."
And
Very cool
and,
one.
and I love how we're just Saris now. I guess Thiza keeps working
right,
the paperwork.
Fairs. I forgot. All right. No, it's like a building. It's like a hotel. You can't bring like a rifle in.
Oh, trust me, there are different vantage points I can go and top, and top. But if I can basically take hidden position.
If I can say, Senor, we don't know what sort of positions we'll have. It would be a mistake to ask for it before we know we'll need it, yes?
Well, we
That's
have
true.
24 hour. We have 24 hours, yeah. We can basically scope. I mean, I'm sure there's we have the layout of airport, and we know what terminal they come out of, yeah. And
And,
we can just.
and Sarah speaks up, goes, "Well, the way that this is going to work is you have to fill the form out in triplicate to request it. I send it out electronically out to you, Kaipa, but it's not going to be here until 24 hours. It will be here after this whole thing at the airport's already gone down."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Would it be too much to get, say, a hat, Hawaiian shirt, and sunglasses then?
And Will's on like the third page of his paperwork right now, and he looks up and just scowls at Alexi.
And I just frown because I'm like, that is a fashion atrocity.
And Sarah looks at you and she goes, "Well, I mean, a lot of people do dress like that out here in LA. It would help you blend in, but you've got more than enough petty cash to do shopping on your own for that today."
Oh, the shopping store. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I just feel like going into situation in case things go bang. That we could probably something to silence weapons. But if it take 24 hours, oh, I think I can.
And Will's kind of going back to his paperwork and goes, "Yeah, nothing says inconspicuous bang bang attire like a Hawaiian shirt and a hat."
Well, a lot of people go to Hawaii from LA. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
man.
actually true.
And Sarah nods. She goes, "Yeah, like I said, a lot of people out here, especially at the airport, you're going to find people in tropical shirts like that and hats."
Yeah. See. And
It
luckily, they basically points to his head, like it basically,
He's like, yeah, I thought of this. Just before, like,
We are
yes,
pack lads. We are smart.
we should wait until we see what we got. But just remember, like, we're trying to be in and out there fast. Once we meet Peregrine,
We need to
And the asset.
we need to bolt.
yeah, we need to get out of there. So whatever position you want to get into, make sure you can leave it quickly and quietly. Yes.
If
So-
not, you're getting stuck at LAX. Priority is the target.
Depends on how far we are from the terminal. I might be outside with the car running, but we'll see. Once we get inside and see how far away it is. If we're far away, then I'll come in and I'll hold down some side, but we'll pick that up from there.
There
All right.
will be
Is there?
there won't be enough room in the car for all of us at the airport.
So just sit on someone's lap or something.
I don't want to be unnecessarily pulled over.
And Michelson kind of chimes up a little bit and says, "That's true. You're going to have two of you are going to have to stay behind. Don't take a taxi and follow the others. Wait a little while if you need to, and then maybe after a half hour, then take a taxi, and don't take it to the Beverly Hills Hotel. Take it somewhere 2 blocks away, then walk back to the hotel."
That's a good point.
And Williams says if the extraction team's going to go in, we might as well be the ones to do it. To make that walk.
That's fair. So
And
and William come in with a taxi.
Well, Michelson speaks up again, and he's like, "Also, again, Paul Connolly, it's your show, but I would suggest that you have as many of your team inside as possible, because remember the stakes involved. I don't think the Russians would do anything as overt as making a public go at it right there inside the airport. But then again, they're keen to get this man and his research back, so I'm not real sure. You don't want to be caught flat-footed and stuff's going down, and suddenly you're maybe outnumbered in there.
And that's why that's why we have Annette and myself as the main extraction team with Leo and Smirnov as.
But we'll
Baton
all be in the
passers.
room then. We'll all be in the room.
See, and Leo can be our backup, but it makes sense if Bill and I went in to extract them, but
Yeah.
they keep our back.
Yes, we will watch. We will watch your back. From there, you two meet Peregrine and Petrenko, and this will all go smoothly. Don't worry. Don't worry, Michelson. We got this in the bag.
All right, sounds good. Just remember your training. and get them back here in one piece. After that, we'll decide where we're going to keep them next.
All right. Is there
You guys
anything
will-
you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, then once we decide what safe house we're going to keep them at, then you'll have to transport them out there. One thing you might want to do is go ahead and get them separate disguises. They're both going to be wearing wigs, and you may want to get them like a couple of new wigs, maybe some shirts, some glasses, something like that, something they can change into inside the car on the way here.
Yeah. Annette, were you who here's the best at disguises?
And Leo says, "Well, or not. God damn it. Okay.
No sé, I don't. Es bien. No tienes que. It doesn't have to be very complicated. We could keep it simple, as they say.
Agreed. T-shirt, wig, T-shirt, jeans, wigs. Simple enough.
Thanks for my cue there. I almost forgot.
Line. All right. So let's go get some of those things then. You guys free now to?
Maybe a good idea if we como se dice, those touch his chest like for a second. Vest, bulletproof vest for the asset we're extracting. Yes, could come in handy. We keep it in the car. He puts it on when he gets in.
I'll look to Sarah. Is that something we can requisition? Something
Sarah-
for the target?
Yeah, Sarah looks over at you and goes, yeah, we can requisition it. Again, that goes electronically to Ukaipa. It's not going to be here until after this whole thing goes down.
Okay.
If it was that important, you might want to take some of the petty cash, go to a gun store.
Let's do that. I like that plan. Let's take some of the cash and see it. Anyone know the retail price of a bulletproof vest offhand?
Yeah, that's one thing that like none of you know because like anytime you've ever won one, probably it's probably been given to you as like a
It was.
Mission as a gear.
Yeah.
Well, let's
you
not take.
We're gonna say it would cost you $125 in 1987.
Got it. Yeah, pricey. Okay. Yeah. Let me just see. I'm gonna kind of go to the safe and kind of count out one. We also got to buy vests and such. I'm gonna bring out 2.
You said it was You said it was 125 each, right?
Yeah, that'd be the approximate retail. Like
Yeah.
if you went into a gun store or like a I think in the 80s they might have even sold them at the sporting goods. They're not illegal to own is the thing.
Yeah.
And in the 80s, people were, you had a lot more gun stores sitting around, especially in LA. So yeah, you could probably buy one in LA at a gun store for like $125.
Got it. Okay. Let's
What in it?
one for the target. I think so. I don't think we should spend all our cash on those because we're gonna if like all 5 of us are hanging out with bulletproof vests.
It's gonna be suspicious.
Yeah.
Sí,
Maybe
o
we
sea,
like keep it in a
difícil,
bag and kind of
hide.
shove it over him as we leave him.
Yeah, it's and Michelson, kind of pipes in and says, yeah, it's easy enough to hide it under like a suit or something like that, or even a dress shirt. But you start getting into things like blouses or T-shirts, it's going to stick out.
How about
Right.
gym bag? You could put it in. Can you stuff it in gym bag and bake?
Well, it'd be kind of worthless inside a gym bag, wouldn't it? I mean, in the gold.
No, I
put it
mean, I
on.
thought we would. I thought we would. Well, I thought we would take them to bathroom, tell them to put on vest, and then they can walk out. Yeah.
I'd recommend if you do that, you need to do it outside of the airport. Maybe
No.
en
See,
route
that's-
back to the hotel.
Probably keep it in the trunk of the car.
You want to get them out of that airport and as unconspicuous as a fashion as fast as possible.
Sí,
Mhm.
rápidamente.
Guys, is bulletproof vest for Petrenko. Anything else we need right now with cash? All right. I'm gonna take 200 out.
All right,
I
very
cannot
good.
edit hotel cash sheet, so
Yeah. Anything else you need by tomorrow? Go ahead and give the Rex over to Sarah. Fill out all the forms. Everything's
We're
got to
all-
be filled out.
we're all
And,
gonna take. Everyone gets a radio listening device. He's actually gonna take them all out and hand them to everybody to make sure they're all working and everyone has one.
Yeah. Gracias.
And are these
And,
ones? And are these ones that can be wired? Like they have a
No,
like a-
yeah, and Sarah points that out. These are surveillance listening devices. You actually have walkie-talkies in your car, in the trunk.
Oh,
of
okay,
the car.
walkie-talkie. Never mind. All right, take him back. My bad. Sorry.
Just bear in mind, Mickelson chimes in again and says, just bear in mind if you've got the walkie-talkies, they're going to have a range of about 2 miles, and keep in mind there's going to be distortion inside that airport because of all the communications coming in and out of that airport, but also you're going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
So try to be discreet if you're going to use a walkie-talkie inside the airport.
got it. Yes, sir.
Try to find a communal channel that maybe off the beaten path that you can all switch over to beforehand, so you're not getting crossways with the airport traffic.
Got it. Let's figure that out as we're going then. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to go find a gun store and gonna go get some disguises. Who's coming with me?
And Leo kind of gets up and turns his paperwork.
And I will say,
okay.
voy al aeropuerto. I'll stake out the airport. See?
That's
I was trying to.
Every
I
time you
think-
say my name, I'm gonna jump in for you.
I think that's a good idea.
You are Will. I am Leo. Got it?
Will stands up and gives Sarah the paperwork for the requisition. I'll go with you. And takes.
I-
What were you asking in that? You asked something in chat.
Dude, Alexi stated that he's going to take 200. I just want to know what he's taking to 200 for.
I buy clothes. Buy clothes and possibly maybe something extra just in case, like maybe something cheap.
$200, 1987. He's going to go buy an Armani suit.
He's gonna go get Doc Ock's Armani.
Yeah.
That's a fresh look.
And
forget-
Will turns to
$3,000. A lot of money.
Will turns to Michelson and says, "Hey, you got any good restaurants here?"
Oh well, yeah. It's Los Angeles. I mean, there's a lot of good restaurants out here.
Just figured I'd ask. And he turns to the rest of the party. Anybody want me to bring anything back?
Lisa may be able to suggest something.
All right, I don't know. I don't know.
And Will kind of bites his lip and then.
I'm just saying, she lives out here. She's local.
I'll keep that in mind. And Will kind of turns and says, "Let's go." Turns to
right.
Dex and says, "Let's go." We'll talk about specifics on the way.
So Michelson and Lyman get up to leave as well. And Michelson says, "Good luck if you have any other questions. We're 2 floors above you in the penthouse." And then they take off, and then Sarah says,
I'll
"Yeah,
wave goodbye to Henry.
yeah." He winks. He winks and waves back. And then Sarah lays out several more 7-page forms out on the coffee table, and she goes, "Just fill these out if anything, and leave them there, and then I'll come back in a few hours, or maybe this evening, something."
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And then she heads out as well.
Okay.
I
gotta go get the body armor and some disguises, and I'll probably pick up a pack of smokes.
I can go out and get the wigs and the makeup if you wish me to.
Yeah, sure. Just I got the money, so you can just come with me.
No, yeah, Will.
If you want to go by yourself, that's fine too. I mean, just it's up to you.
Will had grabbed a 20, so he's gonna go with Dex. Help him pick out everything they need and grab a bite while they're out. Because he hasn't had a meal since the flight. He hasn't had a meal since he got off the plane.
Get some Mickey D's or something.
Yeah, get a local burger.
You can get a McDLT. That was all the rave this time.
Wait, this is California. They got Whataburger, right?
No, they got In-N-Out in California. Yeah,
They have
In-N-Out.
yeah. They're not lucky enough. They're not blessed enough.
In-N-Out.
Oh,
In-N-Out.
they got In-N-Out. Okay, we got to go to In-N-Out then.
And Leo's like, okay. No, Will's
That's
like,
what
okay.
Leo says. Sure.
Shit!
You could go to what is it? Kahuna Burger. Remember from Pulp Fiction?
Oh, there you go.
They get a Kahuna Burger, or Bob's Big Boy. They got Bob's Big Boy out there.
Oh yeah, Bob's Big Boy's the thing.
You get a Royale with cheese.
So all right. So you
get,
guys,
I didn't know about that, right?
get Big Smoke's order.
so you guys spread out.
Number 9.
Number 9 Lodge.
They didn't have meal numbers in the.
Should we put our tokens on the map to see how we're spread out? See who's going where?
I mean, we can. Hang on here. Give me a minute.
2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Combo number 5. Dun, 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 da, 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 da,
You
da.
found it spot.
All right, so you can. Whoa! What?
That was
Why?
me,
Why?
sorry.
Barrel roll. Let's go.
All right.
As soon as he gets out the
So-
hotel, we'll just somersault on the ground.
So you can move yourself anywhere on the map.
Okay.
All right.
Honestly,
But hang on. Remind me again who's grouped with who. I'm gonna
So
kinda
Will-
drag
so
Me and
Will-
Will are going
No, isn't
bulletproof.
Annette going with us?
no, I'm staying. You guys were saying I was going with you, and I was like, haha, no. And I'm gonna find the closest one to the hotel.
Okay,
Okay,
so
how much do
Annette,
you-
Close.
we'll say Annette's going to come up here and shop for something in Hollywood. Hollywood is basically this area from Griffith Park all the way through here.
Awesome.
Get some from Glendale to Los Angeles.
Well, before we split up, should we decide what time we're going to meet back?
By the way,
Yeah.
What time is it now?
Just- by the way,
10?
real quick. No, it's right now. It's probably about 12:30. We'll say in the afternoon. Just real quick. So this map, I tried to make this as close to the actual miles as possible. So, like, to get from your hotel over to Chinatown, which is over here, is almost exactly 20.8 miles. So
Wow.
I've got this laid out pretty well. Just because I'm a nerd. So you're up here in Hollywood, Annette. And William and Dex were going to the gun store. We're gonna put you guys out in. We're gonna put you guys. We're gonna put you guys out in Inglewood. No, yeah, we're gonna put you guys in Inglewood.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Who was going with them?
Just the two of us, I think.
Is it just the two of them?
Alexi's gonna go visit where the airport is because he probably figures that there's probably some.
He's
That's
Yeah,
kind of
so he's
weird,
gonna
but
play
Yeah,
I
the
was headed
airport-
there as well, so we'll go
Yeah.
together.
All right, so Leo and Alexi will go to
I'll move over
airport
to
together.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because that's where the airport is, number 7. That's Los Angeles International Airport.
Yeah. It's
All right.
basically just going there to kind of scope out the place, the lay of the land, like where.
So we're gonna. Oh,
Vic,
okay.
Vicman's getting mad at me in the chat. He's saying like, "Well, your name is Will."
Yeah. All right. So Annette, we're gonna start with you first. What kind of clothes are you getting? What kind of wigs? What kind of clothes?
I was
We're
going
gonna-
for wigs and makeup.
We're gonna say that like it's Hollywood, and so in '87, most of the shops there are probably like new wave, alternative type stuff. But there's probably like some thrift stores around there as well.
Again, I am going for makeup
Okay.
and wigs.
Makeup shops are easy enough to find. So you're looking for just wigs. We'll say you find a wig store that's got everything from this is for my mom over to this is what I wear when I go to Whiskey a Go Go, whatever. All right, so you're buying 2 wigs and some makeup.
Yes.
Okay, those are easy enough to find. Is there anything else you want to do while you're out here in Hollywood?
I'll probably look for an outfit for me tomorrow, and because I don't trust the boys, I'll find an outfit for our girl to make sure that there's easy and something that's easy that I know is easy to get into. That's not going to be too difficult for her to change into a car, because that's not something the boys would think of.
Oh, fun. We're actually picking clothes for her anyway, so we're just gonna pick what we think she's gonna wear.
We're
And
gonna get
I'll
2
put a
identical
fashion wear.
jumpsuits.
Okay. So Annette, that's what you're doing. Big Bill and Dex, you guys are going. What do you want to go to first?
Let's do the gun store. I don't know
Go.
how expensive the armor, the vest is gonna be, so I brought 200 in case it's more.
So Michelson was correct. It's about 125. That's before tax. After tax, don't worry about it. So it's run you about 125 for a bulletproof vest, a Kevlar vest.
Perfect. Let's pick that up then. We didn't get the height of the guy. Let's just
As
go
you
big, right?
as you leave the gun store, the guy yells out, "Good luck against those fucking commies!"
Yeah. Yeah.
Will kind of does
You-
Will does kind of like a
Wait.
half-ass
did he
fist
know?
pump.
Yeah, you would assume he probably yells out to everybody who comes into the store.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Good
The
thing you didn't bring Alexi with that one.
rookie's just a little jumpy. So
And
as they're
Will says that's what we're fighting for, I guess.
that's
Right.
I guess that's
Maybe-
right
maybe
on the
he-
tin.
Maybe he puts his sunglasses on slowly when he says that. That's what we're fighting for, and then he puts kind of a reverse.
You hear an
kind of-
eagle. You hear an
Yeah.
eagle screech in the distance.
or a yeah,
Yeah, dun, 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 dun,
it's like
dun,
a reverse DSI. All right.
So-
You've got several restaurants. I think Dex is the one that said he wanted to get
No, that was
some meat,
me.
or
That was Will.
You've got McDonald's, In-N-Out. You've got you got Big Kahuna Burger. What
Will,
do you?
Will just
what do you
goes.
head
Will
for?
just goes in and out.
Okay, so you go to In-N-Out. You get some animal fries or whatever the fuck they're called. Dex, do you get anything at the In-N-Out?
Oh, my camera just had a seizure.
I'll get like a classic like burger and fries and a drink and everything like that. As we're kind of eating, he'll ask like, "So do you? Everyone else are like, not CIA. Like, are we supposed to like fully trust them?"
If Michelson trusts them, I trust them. Smirnov's the only one I have reservations about, but I told you earlier that I personally extracted him in Afghanistan, so...
So he's not a communist.
Well, I never said that.
Ugh,
I think
okay.
as far as I know, is the furthest he goes is he just hates the Soviets more than he hates us.
Got it. Well, if I hear him distributing any wealth or anything like that, I'll let you know, right?
And Connolly, you would know that when you extracted him, he had killed a Soviet officer by punching him in the face. Just one punch killed a guy.
And Will kind of reflects on this and says, just keep an eye out on him. As far as I know, he's good, but there's always a chance.
Got it. I'll keep an eye on him, sir.
All right.
Don't call me. And Will says, don't call me sir. We're running this show together.
Sorry, just a little.
Call me Special
little
Agent.
Call me Jesus.
Call me Cat. Call me Kitty Cat.
Tell him he's a pretty cat.
Call me Kate. Call me maybe.
All right. So, what kind of clothes do you buy?
Let's see. She seemed like a trendy girl in her picture, right? She'd want like a, like one of those like flashy.
Well, she's okay. Okay, so the picture you saw of her, like a basic picture, she normally has like short black hair, like Sheena Easton. But you would know that the last thing, as a CIA agent, you would know the last thing she would want was something flashy.
Okay, got it.
And Will picks out something a bit more practical. Not like tight jeans, but
Bell-bottoms?
standard cut
Apple bottom jeans
and a big old
with the
butt.
fur.
Oh wait, no shit, we're singing the wrong songs.
So,
But something
Okay.
something a bit more practical and easy to move in.
yeah, right. Sorry, I was just thinking. And what about for the guy? I guess something to hide the bulletproof vest. It's
Agreed.
It's
Something
like
baggy.
100 degrees out. Should we get him like a jacket or something? I think he might bake alive.
Probably something a bit baggier would do the trick. Assuming we
Okay.
don't want to give him a jacket.
Yeah, you could get him like a big, like cotton shirt or something like that. That's that'll breathe. That's probably like 2 sizes too big for him or something like that.
Yeah, something a bit darker to hide the vest because if it's just a white shirt, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Sure, yeah, and like he needs like a hat. Like he'll just gonna pick out like a I think it's like a bowler's hat. The thing that's like that like fishermen wear or something like that. It's a bucket hat. We'll pick out a bucket hat for him.
Bucket. Yeah, about to say. Okay.
This looks
Gilligan,
inconspicuous.
like a Gilligan hat.
yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. All right. So
You
do
look
you
fucking goofy.
do you do anything else while you guys are out and about?
We do kind of discuss like like an escape route from LAX. Once we extract Peregrine and fucking what's his name, Petrenko.
You didn't. Let's say, I hope you took notes.
Yeah, I did. I just have them in front of me, but like once we get them from LAX, the two people who get left behind, which Will at this point is assuming it still is him and Annette, they'll take a taxi over to. Okay, so where's LAX on here? It's right here where
7.
Mike is.
Yeah,
Right.
it's right at 7.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see the 7. So once they extract, Will and Annette will go to Pomona, wait there 2 hours or so, maybe a bit longer, and then take another taxi back about a mile or two from Beverly Hills Hotel, and then walk the rest of the way.
Okay.
Got it. And we'll get the agents in Crown Vic and just take them down the 405 to the hotel.
Agreed. We might want to get some debriefing en route. I know it's not. I know it's not exactly the most practical situation, but we can't. If we know they're going to go after us, then it's better to get as much information as we can than wait
It would probably be about, since you're wanting to go out of the way and then back to the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of a trip would probably take about 40 minutes. So yeah, it'd be a lot of time to talk to them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like on the way down the 405, you're going to want to get a bit of information out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta make sure he also has got a briefcase and everything like that, and figure out what's in there. But the taxi team can probably just head to like Glendale, and like worst case scenario, they can just hoof it to Beverly Hills, or just take another cab.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's go over to Leo and to Alexei as you guys are making your way out to the airport. What are you guys talking about as you're traveling? We're assuming, I guess you guys are probably taking a taxi. So what are y'all
Oh
talking
yeah.
about?
So I mean, Alexei basically asked, Leonardo says, so where are you from?
Venezuela, senor. And you?
Oh, I see. A long trip, and I take it. Yeah.
Well, originally from Venezuela. I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. I've lived here in Los Estados Unidos for 10 years, más o menos.
Oh, how you like America? Yeah.
Well, it's quite to my liking.
Oh, yeah, it's well. What do you like best about the? What do you like best? Just out of curiosity. Yeah.
He'll think for a minute and he'll say.
Also, real quick, hang on. Also, bear in mind, Leo, Venezuela in the 80s was 180 degrees different than Venezuela today of the last 100 years.
It was nice there.
Yeah, it was considered a nice place to live. Kind of same thing like Iran before the Ayatollah took over, before the revolution. Completely different country.
Right.
Like it was essentially just modern. It was essentially just like America in the Middle East, wasn't it?
I don't think it was quite the same path.
Not the same way. They didn't have a lot of the same rights.
Yeah.
Girls could actually go out uncovered and like wear miniskirts and things.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like in terms of like.
Yeah. But yeah, Venezuela for you, Leonardo. People had it a lot better, for example, than they do today. It was like actual cities. A lot of commerce, a lot of trade, a lot of tourism,
a stable economy.
Yeah.
I'm sure they missed that.
Life for you in Venezuela was probably fairly well, depending on the things that happened. That's a different story. But anyway, that would be your frame of mind. That would be your frame of reference for Venezuela.
Venezuela's nice, but
yeah.
Gotcha. You'll say, what he likes best, the opportunities here. My life has changed in ways I could scarcely dream of before.
Yeah, it changed for me too. Yeah, I mean, only thing I miss though is not much in Yusuf. I mean, it's kind of how should I say, no seasons, everything kind of same weather all the time. No snow. It says no good hunting. Used to go. I mean, when I was child, I used to go. We go hunting with uncle. Often and everything like this. Not much. How you say, risky in terms of that. Yeah, but but too sometimes get too warm. But need cold weather sometimes. To how you say pump you up.
There is much to do here in Los Angeles también. You
Oh,
just need
yeah.
to find the
Yeah,
opportunities, my friend.
Lot of movie stars. Yeah, I mean, this is the way. Really. One thing America good was basically making lots of films. Films and music. Oh, what music? By the way, what music you go for?
Let me think for a moment. Menudo.
And Alexei frowns like, ain't that like soup? I didn't think.
Sí, pero no. It's a musical group in
Oh.
Boricua, Puerto Rican. That's how you say.
Oh. But no, it's nothing about the king. No.
I think not, my friend. No.
Oh. You don't listen to Elvis in Venezuela?
Some people do, I'm sure, but
Point of fact, Elvis was listened to worldwide.
yeah.
Everyone listened to.
And when Elvis did the live from Hawaii via satellite concert, 1/4 of the world watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Over 1 billion people.
Mhm.
At the time, that was 25% of the Earth.
Yeah.
watched Elvis. Yeah.
Okay. I'll rephrase this later. He'll say,
And that's
course.
just the Elvis fan in me, giving you a warning.
Mhm.
your first formal warning, all right?
No, you're fine.
Of course, Senor Presley is much beloved there. However, we have our own music. It has its own culture and life and identity.
Yeah, same in Russia, but then again, Elvis was king. Yeah. A lot of people, I'm sure Menudo basically copied a sort of thing from him, and that's the thing, same with everyone else. I mean, but yeah. That's another thing America was good. One thing good was basically that the king came from here well, not here in Graceland, but not in LA, but yeah, but it's just, at least you have good taste. At least you have some good taste, unlike the rookie, I should say. The rookie. I asked him about that. He said
The
something.
young agent, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he said something about it sounds like AC/DC. I don't know, something like batteries or something.
Oh, like the electricity, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The electronic music, yes, very popular with the younger people these days.
I tell you, no, it's music that people can be for people who do not know how to dance to, and they do it badly, and it kind of really no taste anymore. It's really sad.
Speaking of dancing, as you're driving through town, listening to one of the two popular top 40/pop stations, they were KIIS and KPWR. Most
Mhm.
people at the time probably flipped back and forth between the two, depending on what was
Mhm.
playing.
Yeah.
But you're currently listening to KIIS, and David Bowie's "Let's Dance"
Ooh.
comes on while
Oh,
you're
okay.
you're
Well,
talking about dancing.
that's a banger as well. So Yeah.
Let's done.
Yeah.
All right, so you get to the airport.
Mhm.
And what are you doing at the airport?
We are going to basically do some. Alexi, I don't know if Leonardo was going to do the same thing. But Alexi was going to do some reconnaissance, like basically kind of scope out possible, see where would be like if we were told like where they were, which terminal they were coming out of, and then around that terminal, where would be some good places to take them. And
They were
basically,
told. Michelson said Gate 22, so we're going to say that's Terminal 3.
okay. So just basically look at some possible like places where we can extract them and take them to possibly safety, and then maybe just like places possible exit things. And while he's doing that, Alexi's gonna buy some clothes and some sunglasses and a hat. And what he's gonna be basically buying, essentially, imagine what Nicolas Cage wore in Raising Arizona in terms of the Hawaiian getup.
Okay.
That's what he's gonna start purchasing.
Before we get started with all that, though, Leo will pull Alexi aside and say, "Espera un momento. We had this idea to watch, to look ahead early. It is possible that so have the opposition. We should watch first to see if they are watching, yes?"
Of course, but we do not. But of course, but not one. But we do not. What one? we try not to make it look like we are watching, but yes, we should watch out for them to see.
And obviously, we will do the same. But we should look first to see if we recognize those people. See if they have someone here watching.
Good idea. Yeah, yeah. We
All
go
right,
say,
if you're gonna
okay.
if you're gonna do that, both of you give me spot hidden checks.
Okay.
Because if we're going to be looking, we can.
Ooh, there we go.
Hang on.
Beautiful.
I'm not as good at this, so let's see. Oh, never mind.
Jesus. All right,
So
so
Eagle Eye Jimenez, they call me.
yeah, remember to mark off on your skill sheet.
Yep.
You know, put the
Mhm.
bubble in
2
there.
for
You
2,
both
baby.
have-
Yep.
So Alexi, you. Clearly, there's a lot of people in here. Everything Michelson said was true. You know, this thing is flooded with people. It's LAX, one of the world's busiest airports.
Mm-hmm.
You do see, from time to time, what look to be people that look like they might be undercover. Like, you know, because most of the people in here, you know, they're getting their bags, they're talking, you know, families, couples, etc., or business people who are just walking through on their own. But every now and then you do spot guys with sunglasses looking like they're looking around
Mm-hmm.
very fervently.
Mhm.
Leonardo, you notice the same thing that that Alexi has noticed, but you also notice from time to time they're looking right at you. And then as soon as like you turn back after you've noticed them, they're gone. All men, all wearing dark sunglasses, short haircuts, darker hair, differing complexions.
He'll just casually stroll through the airport. He won't, stop and make a scene or try and chase after him or anything. He'll play it cool.
I'll say Leonardo with that level of a roll, which is really good. You would absolutely guess that there's going to be people there tomorrow. That maybe there's people in there doing the same thing that you and Leonardo or that you and Alexi are doing right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what we expected to see, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll kind of play it cool, make a circuit around the airport, and eventually meet back up with Alexi.
Right.
Real casual.
So what? Hang on, real quick. So the most important stuff that you notice, right? The entry from the airport, like where you can pull up to the curb, you know, there is, like because there's constantly taxis coming through there and people letting people off, and getting their bags checked in by the sky caps and everything. So there is a place for that to park up there that lets right into the terminal and goes, from there into the terminal, and you kind of go through security, you come back around, and then you're right there at the gate 22 baggage claim.
Okay, so we have a good spot where we can have our car ready.
Also, Alexi, you don't see any kind of spot where being from the outside shooting in would have done you any good. With this many people, with the way the light reflects off the windows in the airport from the outside,
yeah,
no good vantage point.
Yeah, because he's being a sniper by profession.
Almost like it was partly built that way.
Yep. Okay. And so while he's doing that and kind of occasionally spotting guys, he's going to make it look like he's just casually trying to shop for those, like Hawaiian shirt get up and everything like this.
Okay.
And he's also going to try to get a suitcase, like just basically like a, it's just something like a, pretty sturdy case of something like, with some little weight to it.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, and after he does that, after he purchases those items, he's going to go to the like one of the airport terminals to make it look like he's interested in trying maybe purchasing a plane ticket.
Okay.
So he's like, so he goes up to trying to be casual about this, like thinking about maybe like try to see what connecting flights are available. Like he goes to the
Is he just trying to look nonchalant?
Oh yeah, he's just like he's just kind of like he wants to he's there to try to maybe purchase a flight in advance.
Okay.
So like even though he knows that there's people watching everything like this, so he's just kind of going like just doing like what people normally at the airports would do and everything like this, and so he just goes to the
Okay, give me a let's see here. What do we want to have you roll? There's not one in here specifically for performance. This technically isn't stealth, but it's also a kind of stealth, like you're trying to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a stealth check.
Okay. Well, there you go.
All right,
Nice.
mark that off on your sheet. You
Yep.
as far as you know, yeah, you're pulling this off pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Leo's like, where'd he go?
They got him.
Don't you mean Will?
Yeah.
No, I meant
They're
Leo.
interchangeable.
I meant Leo. Leo's
Yeah.
Leo's at the airport with him.
No,
Yeah.
You were making fun of yourself, huh?
yeah.
No, I got you. All right. So yeah, what else are you doing, Alexi?
So after he purchases those clothes and everything like this, he's gonna go to he's gonna make it look like he's kind of interested in buying a plane ticket. Like he wants to see like what the connecting flight is from Los Angeles to, let's say, Honolulu or something like this, or whatever the name of the place was where where was supposedly what was it? There was one of those which I'm sure you know, this Elvis in Hawaii or something like that. So like one of those.
Yeah,
Hawaiian
there's a lot of connecting flights to Hawaii. If you're going to Hawaii, you typically go through LAX.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I just trying to see, but he's specifically going. Oh yeah, Honolulu, because that's where the live from Honolulu.
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
So he's actually inquiring about maybe like how much the plane ticket would cost back then or something like that. It's like,
Back then, a plane ticket to Hawaii was probably close to a couple $100, $300, something like that.
oh, he doesn't have enough cash, but he's gonna look like he's interested in stuff like that. So like he's saying, well, like basically like inquiring about flights, and everything like that. It's like
Is he actually trying to buy a ticket, or is this?
Oh no, he's part. This is
what's the
part.
purpose?
This is part of his cover thing, like this. Like he's
Okay, so
looking
he's
He's
so he's
just talking to the agent.
Okay, so he's-
yeah, he's just talking
so
to the agents.
So
Like,
let's truncate it and say he's talking to the agent, trying to fit in, inquiring
Yeah,
about
exactly.
tickets. Okay,
Yep.
we're good. Okay.
Leo, he's
Sure.
defecting. Take him down.
Well, that's why I was trying to get at what are you specifically trying? Are you trying to do a
Right.
thing, or are you just
yeah,
describing how
he's
you're
making
trying
it
to
like he's making it sound like he's there. He's like basically visiting for America, and then he wants to go to Hawaii or something like that. But he's not really trying to do that. He's just trying. It's part of his
Okay.
blending
All right.
in. Yeah.
All right. So that's you're blending in. What do you two want to do left at the airport? Anything else before you head back?
Well, let's see. So we know that it's being watched. We know a good place to extract him. Let's see. Are there any? We'll look around one more time, take another stroll around, and see if there's any good hiding spots in case they need to, I don't know, think on the fly. In case things don't go according to plan, maybe look for another exit or.
There are a lot of places where they could probably take cover. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Or where they could fire from around a corner if need be. Be behind a corner, then pop out. And then come back around the corner if they wanted to.
And maybe lastly, search for an alternate exit. Let's assume the worst and everything goes bad. What's another way they could get out?
You would judge by the way that the flow of people goes. Your best exit would be through, where you check in, baggage check in, back out to the curb. Second would be through the windows.
Okay, we got the nuclear option there if things go that
Would
badly.
be to go through the windows to get out back, out front, but further down.
Okay, so don't want to you have to use Plan B then.
Yeah, because the way the traffic is flowing, how many people are there? You think trying to get somebody out going the other direction, like even further down, would be a lot. Would be it would slow you down quite a bit.
Okay. And let's see. Maybe he'll ask someone who works near the gate what kind of how busy about is it in the morning, because tomorrow morning the flight comes in, right?
So you go up to the ticket counter and you're asking one of the girls there from Pan Am, and it looks very much like Suzanne Summers from Three's Company.
Huh.
And
Okay,
she tells
I have a
you
solid mental picture.
Says it's LAX. It's busy here from 5:30 in the morning until midnight.
So pretty much open to close.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have flights coming in here around the clock, but yeah, it's particularly heavy, starting probably around 6:30 and lasting until 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. But there's always going to be traffic even after, in between those hours or outside those hours.
I see. Gracias, señor. And then he'll
De
go
nada.
on his way.
She smiles and kind of, cheeky smile at you.
Oh, definitely smiling back. You got to appreciate people,
As
using the
she
language.
gets to use her high school Spanish. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, is there anything else you two want to do at the airport?
I can't think of anything.
Alexi?
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. So we're gonna say you guys all hit the hotel. What time was it that you guys said you wanted to get back to the hotel?
It's like 6 o'clock, right? That gives us plenty of time for everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Because
so.
if we started at 12, it would have
probably-
taken us.
Okay.
I probably came back right after getting all the stuff that I needed.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, we're probably getting back last, Alexi.
Damn it.
you guys get back. Annette was already there when you guys got back, just hanging out. All right. So what do you guys do? Do you want to talk about like the different things or plan some more? What do you want to do? It's up to you guys.
We will. I'm sure both. We will relate to what was happening at the airport. That there is already it's already under some kind of surveillance. So we went to Leo and I we went to airport, and it looked like it under surveillance. Yeah.
See, it seems they had the same idea that we did. They also had people watching the airport.
Which means we'll
All
need to.
right,
Which
then.
means we'll need to act fast and move.
Yeah, we gotta really
Look,
meet him
And
at
we
the
can
terminal.
expect that they will be there.
Fortunately, there is good extraction point by the terminal for the taxi. We probably, probably advise if we all go in one car, we all should take. Who is he? I know we say about we all try to get taxi, but at least we should take. We definitely need the two car option is fine. Is definitely fine. The question is who's go, but probably is the question is who's taking who where or something like that.
So we're gonna have our two contacts who are going to meet directly with Peregrine and Petrenko. It's Annette and Will. Those two are going to take a cab into the airport and be ready in the area to get them going. While meanwhile, myself, Alexi, and Leo, we are going to take the Crown Vic and get over to LAX on time, ahead of schedule, but not too far. We
It
wanna make
is
sure
a
that-
very easy spot to wait. So if you have the El Carro already there, you should be good to go.
I can have it right there. I'll have my walkie-talkie ready, and if there's any issues, I can come in or I can get ready to leave fast. So they're looking at stuff too. We need to make sure that we are.
Perhaps we should have more people inside the aeropuerto.
Yeah, we can leave the car. Can we leave the car at the hiding spot?
We can have no. I don't think we can leave there, but we could have perhaps only two in the car waiting, while one extra person is inside.
Everybody, we're
Could be
gonna
in the
do.
building.
Hang on, we're gonna do an idea check on this. Everyone, give me just a basic or click on your intelligence score.
Okay.
Oof.
Woo!
Can I
It's
push
on
that
and it's,
roll?
and
I
it's on,
guess?
and it's
'Cause
on
I'm-
verbose, right?
There's not a
Get
there's really not a way to push this roll. Pushing a roll, there
Yeah,
has to be
figured.
something bad that can happen. And there's
Woo!
nothing bad that can happen. Yes.
Fair enough. We had a lot of
alright.
successes anyway. so.
All right, William and Dex. You're pretty sure that if you grease a palm enough, that whoever's minding the traffic out front won't care that you're parked there.
Perfect. Wait. There's like the cops and security out there. If we like slip them $100 or something like that, they might
You
let us
you
just
would
leave a car there quick.
you know that there's like people out there that kind of control the traffic. They're not cops. I mean, when I say control the traffic, I mean like the taxis and the cars that are pulling up. Right, baggage claim. and you would guess you could probably like bribe one or two of those people to kind of look the other way while maybe you park out front.
How much would you guys charge for blatantly not doing your job?
I think $20, maybe
I
30.
Look,
think
I don't want to screw around. I want to make sure that they know.
$20 in 1987 would have bought 3 action figures.
Damn.
Wow. I
Well,
mean,
we'll just bring 3 action figures then. We'll give you these 3 action figures if you let us park
them-
here.
If you really want
Sorry, the Russians brought 5 action figures. I can't
if
do
you
it.
really,
Damn
if you really want them to be quiet, I'll give them 100.
Yeah, I say if you give less than $100, you insult this person.
All right, we'll take another 200 out, and
Keep in mind, senor, having the car in one place for a long, extended period of time will also draw attention.
we want to be arriving minutes before the flight lands.
The two of you with those kind of no checks, I would say that like you would think you would probably need to be there maybe 20 minutes ahead of time to
Got it.
just kind of get the lay, because only 2 of you have actually been in there right now.
Got it.
To get the lay of it, but maybe 20 minutes to give you guys enough to assess things and get in position if you need to or whatever. So you probably want to be there by like 9:40.
All right, so the Crown Vic is going to be there at 9:40 with me, Alexi, and Leo. Annette and Will, you guys can arrive earlier or however you like. Let's say since you guys can just be foot traffic, you guys can be even earlier, like a half hour earlier, even 45.
yeah, I'd say about a good, what is that, 30 minutes early?
Oh, Annette says an hour. What do you think?
No, I think an hour would probably be best. Keep
An hour is best?
keep,
Alright.
just in case the plane lands a bit early. It won't, but it's always
Got
good.
it.
It's always good to get kind of scope out whatever's there.
Got it. So the taxi's arriving at 9 a.m. 1 hour, you guys get time to settle in, and once we get there at 9:40, you can check in and say, hey, what we need to keep an eye out for.
Yep. Like if we can. Oh, sorry.
And people watch.
What would you say in that? Go ahead, repeat that.
As we do as the French do, we go to a cafe and people watch.
You're getting your accent better.
All right. Now, what were you saying, Will?
I was saying that once you guys have gotten there, radio us. We'll take a couple of sets, and yeah, we'll take a couple of sets ahead with us, and
Sure.
scope and let you guys know of any threats before or any potential problems beforehand.
I think it would be a good idea to have a third person inside.
Yeah.
I volunteer myself. We will have Agent Dubois and Agent Connolly. They will escort them out, but I will watch behind them to see if they are being followed, and I will give you a warning should that happen.
Okay.
Got it. So Alexi and I will be closer to the door, but we want to make sure that we can at least see one of them. We got to make sure that we're able to see each other. So if something's going wrong, we can all react at the same time.
Leo and Alexi, you would know from the layout of the airport, security is going to block your way for if you're hovering by the terminal door, that you won't see the baggage claim past security.
Oh, right.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll say that. And, that won't work, senor. There is the big conveyor thing that area. You cannot see it easily.
Baggage claim, Wilson.
Then-
Yes, that's what they call it.
Then we should all be past baggage claim. Then all 5 of us. It's a lot, and we're gonna look a little conspicuous. But honestly, they know we're there. We know that they're there. We gotta show that we're not gonna be thrown around. Because if there's only if they
So
think
we
that
don't
there's
have
no
anyone
one, they're just
waiting
gonna
in the
make a
car.
Yeah, I didn't hear either
Once
of
we
you.
see you guys moving, me and Alexi will be getting the car ready, and we'll make sure that the Crown Vic is at the door when you guys are getting out of there. We get them into the car, whatever bags they got, and we just go.
Can I offer a suggestion instead?
What's up?
You and Agent Smirnov, you wait in the vehicle, like you said. I will act as the go-between between your team and the team waiting to extract. I will use the walkie-talkie. I'll do it discreetly from the restroom or some other unoccupied area, and I will make sure we are kept in communication.
Got it. Um,
Oh, one is
getting
suggesting
past
I
security.
It's okay. I
Sorry.
will be inside along with them.
I also
you'll be
suggest
inside.
if when we arrive at airport, we not all walk in at the same time.
That would
Yeah.
also be that would also be a good idea.
So I'll say this, Alexi and Leo. When you
Mhm.
guys were inside the terminal, you didn't see any stationed security except for out front. But
Mhm.
you did see that there were like groups of cops of LAPD that
Mhm.
kind of made patrols to the airport at intervals, usually like at least 3 of them in groups of 3
Okay.
that were walking through the airport. Like probably 15-minute intervals or so.
Okay. So yeah, so basically your basic security sweep going back and forth, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Just kind of
alright.
on patrol.
Mhm.
Got
So yeah, we mentioned that.
They could be a help. They could be a hindrance, but they should know they'll be there.
Yeah, they'll know we'll be there, so hopefully they'll be able to pick us out in a tense situation.
They do not know that you're going to
Oh
be.
Hey,
wait,
we
no
know-
shit. Hang on, no. I'm
Have we
thinking of-
told them?
Yes. If
Senor
if,
Michelson said you knew someone and who could help us out in that regard. Yes.
Yes,
this is-
my Will kind of sits back and says, "My ex-fiance."
Oh,
Lo siento, senor. I'm sorry.
not good in bed. Is that my ex?
What was? Hang on, Mike. What was that?
Yeah, what'd you say,
I-
Mike?
He unless he goes, why is she ex? Not good in bed?
it.
God damn.
and you
Jesus
just see Annette just go. And
So
look
she's
at
single.
the most disdained look ever.
And Will says,
Ale- Alexi has no chill.
No.
Could you give me her number, perhaps?
She big bosom, like a regular American girl.
Yeah.
Does she wear cut off jeans? All right.
and Will says, "I'll give her a call, let them know that we'll be in the field."
Well, the phone is over there.
And
Yeah, phone's right here.
Yeah, I
right
mean,
here.
Will,
It's right here
Will,
on the table.
Will gets up and making sure that he's got some semblance of dignity left. He dials in the phone number of Sergeant Lisa Melrose.
So you go to the LAPD main switchboard.
Yeah.
And then after about 20 seconds or so, they put you through to the gorgeous Lisa Melrose. And she answers the phone, Sergeant Melrose.
And Will kind of pauses for a couple seconds and says, "Hey, Lisa, it's Will."
And there's a long pause, a long pregnant pause. Bill, good to hear from you.
And
Let's,
Will kind of tenses up at hearing the name Bill. And he says, "Listen, I need a favor. I know it's a little presumptuous of me to ask you for one, but it's important."
Well, is this an official call or?
Yes. It's for work.
Very well, Agent Connolly. What is it we can do for you?
Your help is appreciated, Sergeant. And Will kind of emphasizes Sergeant. We have
In the back.
we have officers at LAX tomorrow.
I wish we could hear the whole conversation.
We're going to be undercover, but we just wanted to let you know if you see anybody sitting around near, what was it, baggage claim?
Yeah, do you tell her the terminal gate and all that stuff?
Yeah, Bill kind of gives her the important details and says,
Okay.
We'll have all this planned well in advance. If you could potentially tell your guys to hold off on yeah, it would be. I'd consider it a personal favor.
Are you thinking it's going to get violent?
Hopefully not, but
It might. It might. It may.
there's always the potential for these kinds of things. But if everything goes to plan, there won't be anything going wrong. No one will get hurt if things go according to plan.
All right. Well, I'll have some on-duty officers nearby then.
Thanks, Elle. And Will doesn't really give her a chance to respond before he hangs up.
Okay.
And it just goes, ooh.
Everyone's just sitting there quietly watching.
Hey, Alexi, can I get another cig off of you?
That's the first.
And Alexi hands him a cigarette. He goes, you know,
What kind of cigarettes are they? What is Alexi smoking?
Oh gosh,
Yeah, I
what
want-
would be a good
Red apples? Is he you know,
Let's see. What would the
like
what would
Marlboro? What?
let's see what would they would go for?
I was gonna ask if you had anything Cuban, because
Oh no, he would have he would have something that's he had Marlboro.
The most American cigarette.
Marlboro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you prefer,
Yeah.
I have critical strikes here.
Critical strikes.
Yeah.
Were Misty's a thing back then?
Or what?
There's a brand of
this
cigarettes called Misty.
brand- Yeah, it's Brown Misty. It's like the grandma cigarette. They're also like $16 a pack.
They did have Virginia Slims back in the day.
Ooh.
Gosh, smoking is so cool.
I probably have
Yeah.
a box of those. I have an emergency stash of those in my purse.
All right, so Marlboro.
You
thanks.
ever notice how much smoking goes on in the '80s? People didn't care.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
yeah.
no,
You could-
I'm trying to keep it in canon.
In the early '80s, you could still smoke on a fucking plane.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
It's really good.
Something that I've
But then they
found
realized you can make
interesting-
But then they realized you can make a bomb out of anything, and so they.
So yeah, Lexi, you give who was it? Was it Dex?
Dex.
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 Yeah,
Yep.
you give Dex a Marlboro, red apple.
Thank you.
And Will
Appreciate it.
Will's kind of looking at the phone and kind of looks over and he says to Alexi, "You want to know why we broke it up? Occupational hazard."
She not like your career, you not like her career. Yeah, that was the thing.
No, she didn't like the idea of me not coming home.
Oh, you need to tell her what business. You need to be. You're supposed to be man. You man, right? You need to tell women, how things work. That's in Russia we just say, hey, woman, we do. I'm man, we do business. Yeah, and then they basically just, and that's that.
And
Yeah,
that
we
is
look
just, and that is just rolling her eyes so hard.
And Leo kind of sits back. Yeah, and well, no, Statos Unidos, we have a bit more
That's
tact.
what I do. Yep.
Roper.
That's exactly
Will,
what I say.
fuck!
Situation.
God damn! Will says, well, in Estados Unidos, we have a bit more tact.
No, you
Not
don't.
much,
You
if you ask
Americans tact is something that does is something lacking. I mean, just look at movies and look at your everything else. I mean, everything's loud and crazy. No offense.
At the risk of sounding like
At least we're
communist,
not.
like
And
but,
Will's about to say, well, at least we're not
Hey,
communists.
wait, pause. We got two people trying to talk at once. Go ahead, Dex. What were you saying?
at the risk of sounding like a communist, he's got a fair point. We are a lot. Feel like we are.
All right, Will. What
What do you think in that? Are Americans a lot or are Russians a lot?
This is why you only get laid and for your looks, nothing more.
Huh?
You're pigs.
No. See,
We French girls.
Do
No, we
Women-
French girls do for you. We do not stay with people like you.
No. Women don't go for looks for men. They go for money. We go for
Yes.
looks for women.
If you don't have the looks, you have to have the money, or else women will not stay.
Just look at. I mean, you'd be surprised at how many.
No.
good-looking,
Venkman, no. He said, "Neil, if you call yourself Leo again, I'm gonna start calling you Little Willie." And no, let's not. No.
I approve of that. Yeah.
No. If you yes, I mean, you. Oh, yes. The French girl is correct. Yeah. You basically have to, Jesus, if they.
Once you call her French girl, she's now pissed.
Well, I don't.
Alexi, I even know your name. I have a name. Use it.
Annette. Well, it's easier to remember nicknames. Like I call Dexia Rookie. I call Leo. I mean, Leo.
Don't be derogatory.
Derogatory. I'm not I'm just being matter of fact. I mean, I'm not exactly.
Then don't call me French girl.
Okay.
Agent Smirnov, my friend, I tell you, I have worked with Agent Dubois before. She is the beauty and the brains. I would recommend you stay on her good side.
Oh,
That's why I like you, Leo. You are always smart. He's the person we'd stay for if they didn't have money or looks. For brains. And because they're decent men.
They told me I'd learn a lot in the CIA.
Decency and decency over decency is
They
over.
teach you how to be a man, boy.
Oof.
Ouch. What the fuck did I do to you?
Holy
Let's keep it above the belt, yes?
You co-signed Alexi's bullshit. That was enough for me.
Literally, the most dangerous thing I can do in this game is leave you guys alone in a room and let you talk.
It's like a gunfight in the hotel room.
Right?
Bam, bam, bam.
Lines are being drawn already.
We're getting ready to see whose side will take whose when the guns come out.
Perhaps we should entender business, yes? We should stick to our planning.
Yeah,
Before
we
things
are
get a little too hot.
on the clock.
Yes, please, before somebody stabs somebody.
So,
I can put
We'll
the
have-
mission before the drama.
so we should make sure we have a understanding, yes?
Yeah.
Tenemos que entender todo. We have to all be on the same page with this. So, we'll go over it once more. We'll have a team waiting in the car for pickup. They will. What time should they should be there early? Yes.
We'll be there
Not
at
too early.
9:40, 20 minutes ahead of time. Not too early, but early enough.
Okay.
Well, a taxi with me and Annette will be.
At 9, an hour early.
Yeah.
I will be there as well. I will arrive even earlier. I wish to know what our opponents will know. Yes. I've seen some of them already. I will keep a lookout. I will be there as early as I can, possibly 7 or 8 o'clock.
Perfect.
When Agent Dubois and Mr. Connolly show up, I will share my information with them.
Wonderful.
And then once the rest of the party arrives, we'll fill them in on what we found.
Yes, I will be checking in one of those little talking radios. I will be discreetly checking in every, let's say, 10 minutos, 10 minutes, más o menos. That way we can all be on the same page, yes?
Agreed.
How far away is it from the terminal to the baggage area? Like
More than,
if-
Leonardo and Alexei, you would guess probably a couple hundred feet.
okay.
about
So-
1/10 of a kilometer.
Okay.
The problem is
If,
it's not a straight path.
Okay.
What's the
My-
range, more or less, on our communication device?
It's about 2 miles, right?
Yeah, but it's
perfect.
going to be choppy inside an international airport.
We'll need to find it. We'll need to find a secure channel.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll set that up ahead of time then.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I can give you an accurate estimate. Give me a second. It's not a couple hundred feet. It's about 69.
Nice.
Okay. That's just very specific. Yes.
Actually,
still.
actually, it's not. I don't think my map is accurate. But yeah, well, let's say a couple hundred feet. But in actuality, it's about 69.
Nice.
So
Good to
it'll
know.
but the only thing is if we're waiting in the car, we can't come and help if they come in force.
I think you should be driving around. Simply don't be in one place, but you could be driving around nearby. That way you can be within range of the walkie-talkies.
We can have the guys up front hold our car for us in that pocket, everything like that, and we can just get right in and go as soon as we're there.
That should be the last, like, 10 minutes.
Once we have
Before.
This will draw attention to
once-
yourselves if you well.
once
That's what
we've
people do at the airport, I suppose.
here's the plan. Once we've secured the asset, get ready to park. Like give yourself 10 minutes to get to the rally point before we start getting on the move.
Okay.
All right. So, is there anything else
Um,
you guys want to do?
Now-
Food.
Here's one thing.
I have one too.
If things go south and someone here has the agent, has Petrenko, in order to make everybody to make it harder to like get in front of you, to harder for people to like stop you, you might want to try and pull the fire alarm. It caused a lot of chaos. It got a lot of attention, and everyone would start leaving the building. It might give you the crowd you need to get out.
Better yet,
problem
not,
We
better
would
yet,
lock down the whole airport.
Why would they lock down the airport in a fire?
better yet, actually start real fire by basically burning trash. Yeah.
I mean,
and
literally,
Will kind of looks over at Smirnoff like, we don't need to start an actual panic.
Yeah, no need for an actual fire. We got the fire alarms we could pull. That could just give us the opportunity to get this going. Like even with a crazy Petrenko, like this is her like her brother. I don't know if a real gunfight's gonna open up in the airport. So if we get a whole lot of civilians all in the same spot, we can just walk them out of there.
And Will will point out that, you know, if
hang on, real quick before that. Leo, since
Yes.
you were the one that were like, you were like looking at like possible exits and everything, and remember I made a point to, about the amount of traffic going through there, and you talked to the lady about it. Starting a fire would be the last fucking thing you'd want to do, because if you get separated from the asset, you're gonna lose the asset most likely.
and it's gonna get scooped up by one of those fucking turtleneck men.
All right.
Starting a fire or pulling the fire alarm?
I'll mention that, yeah.
Before we go to Will, hold your thought. Annette had something she wanted to say as well.
Oh, it was with Will. Will, what will be our cover if someone asks?
And Bill kind of Will kind of tenses at being called Bill.
I said Will.
Oh, I thought you said Bill. Sorry. And Bill kind of says, we'll be brother and sister picking up our cousins from an overseas trip in Japan.
How will they know the shot size?
You can see her make a face, and she's like, "No."
And Will says, okay, so what do you suggest?
Well, I am definitely not your sister from the accent. I could be a foreign girlfriend of yours picking up a couple of our friends who are flying in for the week.
Yeah, actually, that good idea didn't make your
How will the
other woman jealous, and then but that actually.
And Will kind of glares at Alexi and says, "That's not the point, but it'll work." And Will kind of reiterates remember the key is Petrenko. If the Soviets get him, game over. It could very well be game over. His protection is at all costs. I don't think Dex or I need to remind any of you about this. We all know the stakes. If it comes down to it, we give up our lives potentially for him.
Peregrine speaks a bunch of different languages. The only concern is we need to make sure that she knows that we're on we're on the correct side, because we're going to be walking towards them the moment they get off the plane.
I speak French.
And
I could speak to her in
Yeah,
French.
Will was about to ask Annette to make what appears to be casual conversation in French.
We could say, you could say maybe like you're planning a trip to Virginia, because that's where, I guess all the CIA buildings and such are at, and maybe they'll
The-
get it.
The chances of being overheard in such a busy area, it's very small. You can
I
simply say to them, if you are close, you are with the CIA.
I do think it's a consideration to not take that chance, regardless.
Very well. You will be making contact.
All right. So, um,
So once they make contact with the asset, they'll proceed immediately to the exit. You will pick them up. You will pick up just the assets, and the rest of us at the airport will independently make our way back in a non-direct route.
yes. I gotta look at a map earlier. You guys could probably head to Glendale. It's just a couple blocks northwest of here. I think it's Glendale. No, yeah, actually, yeah. Head to Glendale. You can pick up another
on the other
taxi,
side at Griffith Park.
There you go. So that gives you time and I guess motive and such for where you are, such and such. Head to Glendale, cross the park, get to the hotel, and we'll meet up here. I know we got to move Petrenko quickly, but yeah, we got this. So, just to confirm, you guys think we should stay in the car?
I think
And
at least
keep it running?
I think at
You
least
should be
one
ready
person.
to leave immediately. Yes.
Okay, we'll stay in the car. We'll keep an eye out outside. We will be on radios as much as we can. If we see anything weird going on, we're gonna let you guys know as soon as possible. Okay?
Agreed.
Okay.
Okay.
So in terms, who's going into airport? So who's going
So
to stay?
me and Alexi are out front. We're going to be watching.
Yep.
Then we have Annette and William. They're on picking up the agents. They're on contact duty. And then we
Okay.
have Leo as the runner go between.
Right.
Leo, if there's issues with Alexi, if there's issues with me and Alexi, you come out to us. If there's issues with Annette and Will, you go out to them. Keep us all up to date, and we should be able to get things fine. Worst case scenario, Alexi, you go in to secure the asset. I'll keep the car running,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll make sure that it's running when you guys get out. Okay? I'd rather be in the room, but that'll be a quick escape for us.
Understood.
Okay. All right. That's good with everybody.
We.
We don't have a lot of numbers, but we know who we're looking for. We know the speed. We know the time. Everything. Let's make sure that we use everything we got going for us. They're only going to be gathering as much information as they can. They're going to be going blind into this. We need
Nor with
to.
us. They have people there already.
Yeah, they're already.
We can assume they will know we'll be there. So we must be discreet. We must be quick.
Sounds good. We'll keep an eye out outside. If there's any issues, Leo goes in, Alexi goes in. I'll keep the car running.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Okay.
Everything else? Anything else we need to take care of?
Shine
Sarah, dinner?
your weapons and strap your shoes.
We should check the equipment as well, yes. But I also rather hungry.
Yeah. We just got in and out earlier.
Beverly Hills Hotel has a fabulous restaurant and commissary downstairs.
Yeah.
You guys want to go?
Moving downstairs to eat.
You guys want to go eat together?
I could
Sure.
I could have a drink.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna see you guys go downstairs. You hit up tonight's like a prime rib special.
Oh shit, yeah.
And,
Do they have French wine?
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. This place,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And so you have a nice dinner. Maybe talk about things that aren't case related, especially since you're out in public.
The last Soccer World Cup, which was, I think, about a year ago.
Well, so you head back upstairs after dinner. Remember, you've got 2 rooms. You've got the suite 411 has got like 3 bedrooms on the left and then 3 bedrooms on the right.
Oh, perfect.
So there's lots of room to sack out in. Maybe a couple of you stay up and watch Johnny Carson. And yeah, because he was still hosting the Tonight Show in '87 on. Hang on, I'll tell you. And the LA in the '80s handout on KNBC on Channel 4.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Maybe some of you go ahead and just get an early start, but we'll go ahead and transition into the morning now. We'll say you guys wake up about 7:30, 8, whenever you want to wake up. Maybe grab some breakfast downstairs. There's a fabulous breakfast buffet, or you can order specialty items. They have a waffle bar
Oh, thank
downstairs.
you.
They have a waffle bar and like an omelet bar where like they'll do like frou things, whatever you want to, per your request.
Yeah.
I'll
Nice.
take an omelet. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Waffles for waffle here for Lexi. So.
The American
Yeah.
larper.
You like?
And so we'll say it's time to get going. So who's leaving the hotel first?
Me. My job is to get there and scout things out first.
Yes.
All
Leo gets there early with the taxi.
Yep.
All right.
And
And
then
so and so Alexi's gonna go.
Oh,
with-
well, hang
Leo,
on,
let's
hang
leave
on,
like 7 in the morning. Sorry.
hang on. Annette was trying to say something. We were talking over.
Oh, I
Annette.
was making a joke about French toast.
Okay. All right.
They just call it toast over there.
And then
So-
Will and Annette will head out a little later.
All right. So Leo's gonna get there first. Let me drag him over here. And then Will and Annette are arriving later in the car,
In the taxi.
in the taxi. All right.
Because
Yeah.
Alexi, Dex,
and Dex.
yeah,
Car.
they'll be arriving in the Vic.
All right. So Alexi and Dex come in the Vic.
Yes.
All right.
I just
And-
realized I know this.
And Alexi,
So-
of course, is wearing his Hawaiian getup, by the way.
Yes, okay. So yeah, Lexi's got his tropical gear on. William and Annette are going inside. Correct.
Yes.
And Leo.
We're going to like a cafe or something where we
Okay.
can
Yeah, before
drink and eat, like look very casually, but as we keep an eye out for who's coming in, who's going out, keeping track of people who, are sticking around.
they're keeping an eye out for the friendly folks in the Steve Jobs brigade that Leo warned us about.
All right. So I'm gonna position Dex and Alexi to where they're outside, but they're on the map we're about to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Leo, you're the go-between. Where are you going to be?
Probably wandering between the terminals and such. We're just wandering around inside. Just keeping
Well,
an eye out for.
Don't go wandering around the terminals because shit may go down and you may be too far away.
Damn, 9/11.
Well,
really
okay,
has
wandering
a
around the
brain-
relevant terminal then.
There we go. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move over to this map.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, Los Santos Airport. Yeah, exactly, Dex.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
So, Annette and William, you're at a place. You can walk in here to the glass doors. It's got glass doors in here. You notice. Actually, give me a spot hidden check, both of you. No one
Okay.
else.
There we go. Fuck.
All right, William, you're too busy looking around. Annette, we'll see if you notice this.
Thank God. Okay.
Annette, as you guys walk up here, there's like a counter up here where there's like a gal back here, that'll like take your order if you don't want to come in, and she'll go get whatever you want, like bagels or whatever, coffee. Annette, but through the order window, you see a guy in dark clothes, like a dark members only jacket, like a black members only jacket, dark jeans, sunglasses, short hair, reading. Look, he's browsing through the porn mags that are up, because you could buy porn mags in 1987 at an airport.
Amazing.
Because my father did that. All right. My dad was the kind of guy who would buy like nudie mags and read them in full view on the airplane.
Based.
Yeah,
What a power move.
and not my dad, not my stepdad from today, but like my actual dad from back.
Yeah.
So yeah, you notice a guy casually flipping through the books. Maybe a copy of Chunky Asses, like Eddie Murphy caught a guy looking at in The Golden Child. which is a movie that came out in the late '80s.
Wait, was it Chunky
Um,
Ass?
Chunky asses, and but he's also kind of furtively looking around as well, like he's kind of looking at the magazines, but he's not.
He's just looking at it for the articles.
Yeah, he's reading the articles.
Mhm.
All right, so Dex and Alexi, you are outside with the Crown Vic. You're the ones that are going to have to try to bribe the cops.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who do you designate to try to bribe the cops?
Oh no.
Alexi goes, I think you better do it. Police maybe get suspicious of me. I'm not a good people person.
Yeah, I don't think they'll take kindly to the former Pinko.
No, they will not.
I might have to use a little bit of luck here. My charm is at a 15 and my fast talk's at a 5.
I could. Oh, I mean, I could always try to intimidate the cops, but I'm not sure if that would be a good idea.
It's not a cop
My
again.
intimidate
I
is
said
45.
earlier. It's not a cop.
Oh.
There's
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
a-
guy out there that works for the airport who is ushering in the taxis and telling people
Right.
that they need to leave if they're not dropping off somebody. Those guys weren't police.
Yeah.
So there is a guy out front.
Okay. I'm not sure if because my fast talk is not
Oh.
great, and my
Well, so sound like somebody's gonna be
Oh,
spending some luck
yeah.
either way.
It's probably gonna be me. So I got it. So all right. So I pull up and everything like that. I'm hanging out there.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm hanging out and everything like that. I keep an eye on the the they're not meter maids. I know they're not, but it's basically like parking authority or whatever.
Are there any newsstands out front at all, or like
There are not any newsstands out front. Out front is mainly for getting people's baggage out the fuck of the car onto a cart so they can put it on a plane, and getting people inside towards their
Okay.
flight. So there's not any dilly dallying outside. That's
Okay,
why,
so because Alexi was kind of like going to be like, he's going to get out of the car to make it look like he's like preparing, like like he got his suitcase, like he looks like he's ready to go for a trip or whatever it is.
okay.
Maybe go,
Okay.
make it look like until out. And meanwhile, he's doing that. He's keeping an eye out for who's coming out of the
Okay.
airport.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dex, you were trying to talk to the guy directing traffic outside.
Yeah.
So you go up to
I'll
the guy. You go up to the guy. He is a middle-aged Hispanic gentleman with a cap on and some glasses. Maybe he's got bad eyesight. And he's like, "Sir, you can't park here."
Hey, yeah. I pull out I pull out a couple pull out some of the money we brought from the safe, and I combine it with my like just spare cash to get $100, and I'll say we're waiting a little bit for someone, and letting us hanging for a little bit.
All right.
As I'm holding the $100 in my hand.
Since you have $100 in your hand, cash money,
Cash money,
which-
cold
which is
cash.
Cash money,
probably
honey.
like half what this guy makes in a week, maybe. In
Mhm.
1987.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check
Ooh.
with a you'll be able to roll a bonus dice.
Okay.
All right, so you got a
Oh.
58. Roll the bonus dice, and that'll replace the 10.
I roll one. So bonus, got it.
Ooh,
All right, so that's higher. That makes it a 68, not a 58. If you want this to succeed, you will have to spend 48 points of luck.
Well, the luck comes back later, right? We got to roll a 2d10 anyways. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, we're gonna keep here. We're not gonna cause shit to go on wrong. And Dex is too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to roll. I'm gonna adjust the luck down.
Yeah, so you're down to 7 points of luck towards the end of the session
Aye, aye, aye.
after spending the 48. Okay.
So it's
All right.
So it's 48. Okay, got it.
All right. So yeah, you spend 48 luck, and the guy looks around. He's like, "Well, I'm really not supposed to," but he's looking around, casually slips 100 out of your hand, puts it in his pocket real quick, and he's like, letting you wait here 15, 20 minutes is not going to hurt anything.
Thank you very much. I'll
You're
give him a nod and head back to the car and put on. I'm gonna put on KROQ. And keep an eye on
KROQ.
you.
1987 is probably like a White Snake.
Hell
Kid
yeah.
Rock.
Oh
All right.
shit,
Nice.
that's
It's probably like here I go again, you know, on my own.
Here I go again.
All right,
I'm in the car running.
Leo, what are you doing?
I'm basically trying to keep track of the opposition. I saw some of them yesterday. I'm going to see if I can't look at the spots they were yesterday and see if I can get an idea for how heavy our resistance is going to be.
Are you doing it from there? Or are you walking around a little bit? What are you doing?
I'll try and wander.
Okay. Where are you wandering? Are you going to move your token?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
And then we never
what?
hear. Then we never hear from
Yeah.
Rick again.
Do we
Yeah.
just do I just take 48 out of the luck because I can't like
Yeah,
set
you
it
literally
max.
you were literally where your luck
Oh
says
right, yeah, 'cause
55,
it doesn't go back. Okay, yeah, give me.
change
I
it.
got it.
You may have to hit the edit button and then change it to 7 and then hit the edit button again. But you are down to 7 luck.
Oh gosh.
Cool. I don't
Also,
need any more.
if you click on your tokens, your luck is reflected in the green. So you can always change it from your token as well. The red circle is your health, the middle one is your luck, and the right one is how far you can move on your turn. The blue one, that's your movement. So yeah, so you're down to 7 luck. All right, Leo,
fine.
are you back yet? Leo is not back yet. All right, Annette and William, what are you two doing?
yeah. We're kind of
You've
moving.
got
Oh, sorry.
You've gotten your coffee and your bagel or croissant or whatever candy bar. What are you guys doing?
I know about the guy with the shades and the pornos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to like interlock my arm with Will's, and I will just like subtly like kiss his.
I'm sorry, my dog. He nicked himself on something.
Oh no, is he okay?
Yeah,
Is he okay? Is the good boy okay?
he is a very good boy. He's okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, all right, but you'll have to wait because we moved on to Annette and William.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just letting you guys know.
I will like I'll like kiss his ear and I'll make sure it looks like I'm still kissing his cheek. Kiss his cheek and still looking at his ear and I whisper into his ear, the guy who's looking at the magazines is kind of suspicious.
And Will kind of.
Not
Will,
really
Will,
paying
Will, Will has his aviators on, so he can kind of sneak a quick peek and whispers back "noted." Gives her a quick little smooch on the forehead.
When you look back at the guy inside, he switched over to a copy of Jugs.
Yes, the gentleman's choice.
All right.
Asshole, this ain't a library.
All right, Leo, are you moving around while you're looking around, or what are you doing?
He'll just keep wandering about, like sort of looking impatient,
All right, I'll let you move your token, then show me where you want to go.
like about here.
All right, give me a spot hidden check.
Oh,
nice.
Right.
shit!
I
Wow,
see
dude.
everything.
Ooh, baby!
Also, Annette, remember to put a little dot by your spot hidden from earlier.
I don't think I've rolled anything under a hard success. I think, except for that intelligence check.
Leo, you notice a gentleman sitting right here who appears to be kind of similar to the folks you saw yesterday. You know, dark clothing, sunglasses, just kind of looking around. Give me a stealth check to see if he notices you.
Oof.
Oh,
Oh
no.
shit!
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
I would
also
like-
try to push the roll if you want to.
Oof. That raises the difficulty, right?
It makes it hard,
Nah, I think spending some luck's the
and
safer roll.
and the bad thing that would happen is you're going to fail down and kind of be obvious. You're going to fall down.
Hmm.
Or you can spend the luck to get to 75.
I'll spend the luck. It kills me to do it, but
Okay.
that's, I think, 16 points.
It'll be 16 points. It's going to be a success, and then he is going to measure it against his spot hidden.
34.
So he's going to have. This is an opposed check. So if you spend the luck to get it to a 75, makes it a success. He has to get a hard success.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh
let's go.
dear.
All right. You don't see. It doesn't look like he notices you.
Good.
Okay.
Keep it casual.
Fly
But yeah,
casual.
All right.
At that, I will, having sort of reconned out, he'll step into the bathroom real quick.
All right. The bathrooms will be back down this way.
Gotcha. Yeah, he'll head over to the restrooms.
Okay.
And he'll pull out, if he's alone in there, he'll pull out his radio and contact the car team, let them know.
Give me a spot. Give me a spot hidden check, because there may be people in those stalls. Or are you checking the stalls?
I'll check the stalls, definitely.
Okay.
Not being subtle.
All right, so you check the stalls. They appear to be empty.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
I feel like George
If
is
not, I'll
being.
just switch to the
I feel like George is being too lenient on this. I mean, I think we should do a spot hidden check.
Nah, listen. What are
No,
they going
if
to hide
he-
in the fight? Got some
Yeah.
guys peeking out of the toilet? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, if he's opening the doors to see that nobody's in there, I mean.
Okay, I'm just making sure because like the way you were like, oh yeah, no one's there, and
Well, if he was gonna whip out the walkie-talkie without having a look in the stalls,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, I was just gonna let that happen, and there may or may not have been people in there. Who knows?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Leo, you get on your walkie-talkie. What do you say?
I'll say, well, I assume we've picked the channel ahead of time, like during equipment check.
Yeah.
But he'll,
You know what?
he'll say,
Hang on. We'll roll. You're all on channel 78.
gotcha.
Okay.
He'll switch to channel 78 and real quick say, Tess, you read me?
One. Car's ready.
I see at least those, maybe more. But for now, everything seems to be going okay.
I'll call to Lexi on the walkie. Says, you see anybody out there?
Hmm. Do you want me to go inside and check?
Oh, I thought he was like outside, like casually checking
Yeah,
luggage.
I am.
like,
Yeah,
the
I
car.
am. But I'm right out the
Oh,
door.
just around the car.
Oh, okay.
They might have people out here too.
All right.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, Lexi, if you want to like kind of spot around outside, give me a spot hidden check.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Damn, dude, we're
Out-
killing it with these.
Out front,
Yee.
out front, you don't notice anybody like like the people that Leo and you saw the previous day when you're at the airport. You see typically people that work outside at the airport. You see at least one security guard, probably about 70 feet down to the south, but you don't see anybody like like that. Looks like they may be clandestinely looking around on the outside.
Okay. So, and so Lexi goes, not in here, but it may be inside. And so, Alexi's gonna go.
One thing that you do see,
Yeah.
parked further down to the north, you see what looks like an 87 Cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
And you would know that a lot of times when agents are working out in the field, KGB agents, if they're in America, a lot of times they'll identify each other by using a Cutlass.
Mm-hmm. And so Alexi kind of turns to Dexy, goes, keep eye on that car. That could be the how you say it. The other guys would they'll be using that. And then he goes, and then he's going to go. He's going to go ahead, and he's going to leave the car,
Okay.
and he's going to go ahead and basically kind of like make sure like he got his backpack and he's his suitcase, and then he's going to go. I take it these are ticket counters here.
Yeah, these are like the people you check in with for your flight and all that stuff. Like up front, and over here's security.
Yeah, and so he's basically he's gonna go he's gonna go up there and make it look like if there's a line. It's like it looks like he's gonna go be in line for the
Okay.
For the purchase a ticket.
Okay. And it is a pretty big line now. We're going to
Yeah.
back you up. We're going to move Dex out of the way. We're going to back you up to the front
Okay.
as
Yeah.
you're waiting in line.
Mm-hmm. And
All
while
right.
he's doing that, while he's doing that, he's just like just standing there in his Hawaiian getup with his briefcase.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he's also as he does that, he's going to try to see if there's anybody else that he can spot around in this area.
I'll
at
say with
all.
that extreme success you got, we'll have that carry over. You don't see anybody out front where you are right now that kind of looks like
Oh,
they're.
okay.
you know.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, let's go back to Annette and William. Are you guys just standing there at the counter?
Now we're
Are
kind
you just gonna-
I think we'd start making our way towards the terminal. Or towards the gate?
Baggage claim,
Or
which
baggage
is where
claim,
you're
sorry.
supposed to go to, is going to be down over here.
Yeah, so I think we'd start kind of, casually making our way that way.
How are you walking together like you're a couple?
Yeah. That's the cover.
Okay. All right. So you guys are walking down. Give me spot hidden checks.
Okay.
Stop moving. Give me spot hidden checks. Okay. Don't see anything from there.
Probably.
Go ahead and continue on.
It's 13 off.
Use my. I'll push it. I'm not push it. I mean.
You want to lock it for 13?
Yeah.
13.
45.
All right.
Okay.
So Annette, you're going to spend luck to get to that that 25.
Yes.
All right. So Annette, with that is a success. You notice two guys right ahead of you that kind of fit the same profile as the guy that was looking at porn in the shop and the guy that was sitting back there in the seats that Leo pointed out.
Hmm.
And it would,
I
and Will would notice them, right?
Will failed his check.
Yeah.
Will does not notice.
I will keep that in mind as I'm holding Will's hand as we talk about, I don't know,
The weather.
the weather.
All right, stop right there and go ahead and make me a couple of more spot hidden checks.
Okay. I'm gonna fail this one
Wanna
too,
play
probably.
one?
I mean, you got a 25. It's pretty. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
How many do you need?
Just one from each of you.
Ooh,
Oh!
Oh.
Shit!
Yeah.
very okay.
Crowded baggage claim. A lot of people in here. A lot of people. All right. So yeah, from where you are now, you can see the baggage claim, and you can. Oh shit! No. You can see.
Guns out, baby! Let's go!
You can see where the people that are going to be arriving off this flight are going to come out of the plane and come down into the baggage claim. It's right here.
Right. We can't walkie-talkie the two up there without them looking suspicious. I'll
You
say
can
if
give
I
me
walk
a
up that chair.
stealth check to see if you can communicate on the walkie-talkie in in an inconspicuous manner, like leaning down, towards your chest or something like that.
I've got a 40 in stealth, so I could probably.
Annette can do it, and Annette has a talent for that.
Oh yeah.
She reduces difficulty by 1 level or gains a bonus die at keeper's discretion to stealth rolls.
All right, Annette. So what do you want? You want to? It's going to be just a regular success. Would you like a bonus die?
Yes.
All right, then make your stealth check. You got a success. Do you want to roll that bonus dice to see if you get like a 1 or a 0 and turn that into like a 19 or a 9?
Yeah.
All right. You don't. So with the 29, but with the 29, again, it's a busy airport. You're able to kind of, position yourself, like you're looking to the wall, like you're coughing or something, and you kind of lean down and cradle the walkie-talkie like in the crook of your arm, and you're able to use it.
Will's kind of keeping the other half of the pretense up.
Okay.
Like, leaning over like, are you okay? Are you okay?
And I will just say 4. I've seen at least 4
Okay.
at this point.
All right. So, Leo, you hear this on the radio, and so do you, Dex and Alexi. We'll go to Leo first. Leo, what do you react?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish washing my hands.
Okay.
And
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
head back. They're gonna, yeah. Well, obviously, I'm not an animal. I'm gonna start heading back towards the. What's the baggage claim?
Okay.
Alexi, 4 is kind of a lot down
All right, wait,
there.
hang on. Pause. Leo.
Sorry.
Leo, give me a spot hidden check.
Gotcha. Oh, gotta turn off edit mode. Ah, first time I failed that one.
All right. Dex, what were you saying?
I'll say into the walkie-talkie to speak with Alexi, saying 4 is kind of a lot down there. Those 3. You wanna try and back them up? Take Leo's place.
And Lexi goes, yeah, I'll go see. And then so Lexi will go ahead and step out of the line and make his way around here. Like he's gonna go towards, he probably gonna go towards like to the magazine shop because he sees that's the first guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just gonna go, yeah, he's just gonna be casually here. He's just gonna look around and just look like he's gonna go before to buy the magazines.
Okay. So you come in and you start perusing porn next to this guy.
Might as well. It's like, hey, yeah, he's just like,
if you're gonna be on the job, might as well enjoy yourself.
He's just like looking through, trying to find which one,
Since you're trying to blend in and be inconspicuous and not be noticed by this guy,
Yeah.
other than you're a fellow purveyor of porn, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay, we can do.
I believe.
Whoa, there we go.
All right. So he's going to get an attempt. He's going to get a chance to notice you, but he's going to have to get a extreme success to notice you. You're actually blending in pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
He does not get it. He is distracted by the American porn.
Can I see?
Please.
Can I tell if this guy is actually, probably, I don't know if he's, an age, like what kind of person is he? Like, what would be the good way to like?
I'll let you do it one of two ways. I'll let you do a spot hidden, or I'll let you do a psychology check.
I think I'll go. Let's see. Psychology is a little bit better. I'll try to go for that. Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 point of luck.
Okay, all right. With that 1 point of luck,
Oop, not luck.
Whoa.
Oh, I gotta go to edit mode first and then remove it. Okay, so 1 point of luck. Yeah.
1 point of luck. Yeah, you don't have to actually click luck.
Okay. Yep.
You just reduce it by 1, so
Yep.
it'll go from 55 to 54. Remember, again, on your token, you can change the green number. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it.
And it'll update your sheet as well, you guys. That's why you guys all have red bars. I finally gave in and caved in on the red bars.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so Alexi, since you're really close to him, and he hasn't really, you're not sticking out to him. You're blending in like an American, at least at this point. This guy doesn't typically look like the kind of agent that the KGB would throw in the field. He's definitely some kind of agent of some kind. He's absolutely acting in a clandestine manner.
Mhm.
But he looks more like maybe Southern or even like Central European, maybe Serbian, maybe, Yugoslavian, maybe, something like.
Oh, okay. So potentially somebody like it's either a third party, but
You've been around a lot. I'll put it this: you've been around a lot of Russians. This guy does not look Russian.
Okay, right. Okay, but he is definitely.
He is 100% trying to peruse porn and not be noticed.
Okay, yeah. All right. So this guy is probably
No more than
What?
Well, I will basically, keep an eye on him and probably just see if there's any go around, like see if there's anything, if there's snack wise or something like that. See if I can, basically look around and keep keeping my eye on this guy to see if he does anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, snack wise, there's like a little selection over here, like croissants,
Oh, yeah.
bagels,
Yeah,
coffee,
he's-
that kind of thing.
But yeah,
Okay.
he's basically keeping an eye out on this guy. Just in
All
case
right.
he make a move.
All right, let's go back to Leo. You've sat down.
Trying
I'm
to
sorry.
keep it casual.
William and Annette. As you guys are standing there, Annette, you put the walkie-talkie back, or maybe you're like holding it between your arm. Maybe you've got like a purse up or something, so you're trying to hide it. Maybe. You hear over the intercom, now arriving. Flight 1138 from Japan, gate 22. Now arriving from Japan. Flight 1118, gate 22.
And Will kind of leans in towards Annette and says, "That's us." I mean, it's kind of obvious, but
So,
I'll be like, of course, babe.
So, a lot of people, after about a couple of minutes, a lot of people start coming through here. Again, some families, looks like maybe some people coming back from Hawaii, or not Hawaii, but maybe people that had been tourists in Japan. You know, you got like teenagers with their, Japanese t-shirts,
Fucking
Japanese,
weebs.
sun t-shirts, yeah, weebs or proto weebs, yeah. Um, and then you do see two people step in, giving the appearance of being a couple. The woman on the left is wearing a short blonde wig, almost like it's bobbed. The man on the right looks like he's wearing like his hair kind of back, like he's got like a little bit of back here. He's got like a tiny ass ponytail, but he's wearing a hat and dark sunglasses, and he has a book under his arm. As they step off, hang on. Where's my damn? Here we go. As they step off, and you do see the woman furtively looking around. You note that the two of them are not actually looking at the luggage, at the baggage stuff.
They've already
belt,
got the
their
luggage
belt.
they need.
But you see two men turn to face them, drawing guns, and that is where we will end.
Oh shit!
Oh. Remember, no Russian.
No, we don't talk about modern. Oh, fuck off with the Modern Warfare reference.
All
I
right.
thought it was a good reference.
So we went
my
about 20 minutes late. I thought
We started about.
This
20
was a
minutes
great
later.
start.
we did start 20 minutes late. That's right. I thought by the end of tonight's first episode we would be done with the airport.
Oh,
How
you
wrong
overestimate
I
us
was.
always.
I had thought this was going to be 3, 4, maybe 5. I'm guessing it's probably going to be 6 to 8 now.
Come on, you
but
can
that-
have that great dialogue of
but
me and
that's a
Alexi talking about music in the car.
That's a good
Right.
thing though, as long as you guys are having fun.
Mm-hmm.
George, I'm sorry,
judging
you said
judging Will
every
Connolly's
week.
life with his ex fiance.
Alexi and his weird proclivities, like his bluntness, is like.
Oh,
It's like-
hello! You have nice breasts.
What are you not good in bed?
There's gonna be a couple of key things happening because you guys did fail some spot hidden checks.
God damn,
but
that really
we'll-
Yeah, but we've
sucks.
succeeded on so many though. Like per
But-
average, I think we're good.
But we'll deal with that when it comes up. Maybe
Okay.
particularly bad news for Leo.
Oh dear.
That's okay.
Another thing
got-
to point out is that Michelson did tell you guys, you don't know what's going to go down. The stakes are pretty high. You may want to have more people on the inside, and there's 3 of you in the baggage claim,
Mhm.
and what 1, 2,
4 guys. Yeah.
3, 4 right inside of the baggage claim. Not to mention the other 2 that are elsewhere.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Should have hired some mercenaries.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just get the local Crips to do our job for us.
That was when Michelson said that. That was my way of saying maybe I'll need to bunch the fuck up maybe.
Well, you know how
Just stay
dense
close
we are.
together. I know you guys are. You could bless your heart.
We're in as far as tactics go, we're in a pretty good place, I think.
I always do say listen to the NPCs.
Yep, that's true. You
I
do.
always
Well, no,
say listen to
Will
the NPCs.
Will did call Lisa to give her the buy and buy,
Yeah.
so it's possible
He
that
did. He did, but he also told them to hold back.
Yeah.
shit. Fuck.
Don't worry.
I'm sure. Okay, well, I'm sure if they see an active shootout, that
I mean,
They'll be
once
like,
they hear,
nothing to
once
see
they hear
here, everyone
gunfire-
remain calm.
Once they hear gunfire and people
Fire
screaming,
coming off.
yeah, it's going to be a different thing. But how fast are they going to get there?
I think
You know,
I think at that point,
hopefully,
I think if we're good enough, we can probably hold out until. If we need to hold out, we can.
Holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
All right, well,
He's got to be strong and he's got to be fast. He's got to be
what do you
faster
guys-
than light.
What do you guys think of the mission? Was it wildly different than what you guys thought it was?
I did.
Oh, well,
There was a lot more planning. There was a lot more. What's the word? Operator talk than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
kinda figured it
really
was-
like
Yeah.
I
go ahead.
like the planning. I'm always a fan of like coming up with like a plan and executing it, yada yada.
And having to improvise.
very-
This is going to be really fun to improvise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also like when shit goes wrong. So this is going great, I think so far.
Yep.
We got our like exposition and all that such and dumb. So we'll probably be smooth sailing from here on out. We'll be fine.
The bad
I'm
news
sure
is
those Russian guys are just big fans of that guy's work. They're like, oh my god, can you sign my thesis paper?
the bad
Yeah.
news is that you haven't seen the threats. The good news is that Peregrine. Remember, you also have Peregrine, who's
Yeah.
as told you to by Michelson, one of their top agents. So
Yep.
Super
also,
spy.
you know what? To do this, let's go ahead and get this out of the way since we're all here. Let's
Mhm.
go ahead and put ourselves into initiative. So click on your token,
Yeah.
right, and then when you look at your character sheet.
Yeah.
If you go to combat, you will see where it says on the left of the combat tab, it says Dexterity 2 Turn Tracker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So click your token and then click that Dexterity to Tone tracker.
Whoa!
Well, you don't roll; it's just a flat number.
No, I know. Just feels really good. Oh shit, my back.
I'm also going at 90. Stay above
Um,
50.
Just drive the car straight in. just
Just
ram the car straight through the
Vic-
building and just
Vic-
drive up.
Like, get with a-
Vic crowned as like a prototype 911 on the airport.
Let me
This is
do
becoming a 9/11 already, so let's keep it.
let me do the bad guys real quick.
This is cool though. There's
I mean,
weather-changing
Are
technology.
they really bad? They're just
and
doing
there's
what's best for their
Russians.
country.
Mm-hmm.
I was
All
worried.
right,
I was
so-
worried. I was worried it was gonna be a bit too James Bond-ish, if that makes
Right.
sense. But I'm glad that we've
Mhm.
got something a lot closer to.
We are far from James Bond, and I'm happy. I like cool weather storm technology though.
Right.
That's fun. That's
Yep.
fun. I like that. I was ready for like, here's this guy who knows probably a couple things we need to detect. We need to make sure he comes out alive. Yada yada. Boring
Mhm.
snoring. No, there is super weapons on the line. We gotta do it.
I love how it's actually
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that is like a thing. I know that it's not like, they don't make hurricanes or anything like that. But it's
No,
It's
no,
cool
they
stuff, bro.
specifically said, imagine, that was one of the scenarios Michelson pointed out, was imagine, them taking a city not out with a nuke, but with a hurricane.
Right.
Yeah,
so I like it.
that's our exciting.
Uh,
Just
the
make it rain
stakes
or
get
not.
high.
Yep.
I
All
think it's good.
Let me do some ordering. I think we're going to keep it like that, where,
Okay.
yeah, because at least one of you is not in a position, is like a top, like Dex is all the way outside.
Yeah, I am.
And he
I
has
know
no
I
clue of
can't-
what's going on.
Yeah, until that walkie-talkie goes live, or I start hearing gunshots.
You're
Which
most
I'm
likely going to hear gunshots.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
probably gonna hear
I-
those.
You'll probably by round 2 you'll know what's going on, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
know
all
I kind of
good,
put
yeah.
myself out of the fight for this, but it feels like a smart thing to do, and I'd rather be smart and strategic than, click handgun a couple times and die. So, this will
Do
be
you guys
fine.
like that I worked Marina Bachran in here? I love her.
Ah, yeah.
I love Marina.
Yeah.
Bachran. I have such a thing
She's
for Marina.
so
Bachran.
pretty.
She's stupid pretty. All right, so we'll see what we'll see what happens next time. We'll see what surprises there may be.
Okay.
Since some of you didn't see everything.
Oh,
yeah.
Venkman says to kind of close off, the weather changing tech made him think of the weather dominator from G.I. Joe: The Revenge of Cobra.
Oh, brother.
I mean, it's different, but yeah,
Yo, Joe! Yo, Joe!
it's different, but yeah, All right,
Okay.
this is how we're gonna start next time.
Okay.
In this
All right.
initiative order,
Think hard
Leo
about it.
most likely will be the first one to go, and I'll say Leo, from where you are, you definitely would have seen
Mhm.
these two guys drawing guns and going, and turning towards Peregrine and Petrenko.
Okay.
All right,
You know,
That's
Have a good
right.
one.
huh?
Good night, guys.
All
Good
right.
night,
Good night.
We'll
Good
talk
night,
to y'all next
folks.
time. Bye.
All right.